Oh my gosh. I had to clear my throat to make sure that there wasn't any more lingering congestion. Can you guys already see the new fun thing? The new fun thing that I have? Welcome back. Thank you guys for the welcome backs. Oh my gosh. I'm sorry. I'm like ever so slightly congested still. You guys don't mind though, do you? Oh my gosh. Oh, we're so back. We're so back. Oh, I'm shy. I don't want to. What if I just don't show up? I might sound like ever so slightly different today just because I was sick for 2 weeks. I was sick for like a full... I want to say I was sick for a full like 12 days and then some. That's kind of crazy. Please direct all coughs and sneezes in my direction. I know what you are. Gross. Don't get sick. That's a terrible idea. When I got sick, I was like barely going outside, but I don't know how I got sick. Although I do think, there's a multitude of possibilities. Winter travel, seeing people for the holidays, like in my hometown, people I haven't seen for a long time, like literally anywhere along that line. Could have gotten sick, could have just gotten sick mid-transportation. Could have gotten sick because this lady in my building was like coughing before I got sick. But like she was wearing her mask and everything, you know, being very responsible, trying not to get anyone else sick. But I still got sick. And I got very sick, but we're good now. Oh my gosh. Thank you guys very much. Thank you for the mem buns and the soup pans. I will thank everyone in a little bit. It's just I missed you so much. And we're finally back, and I probably sound like a gremlin, and I'm like sweating like a lot. I think I always sweat when I stream. Is that TMI? It's just like it's not necessarily stage fright. I'll just come up here now and talk to you guys. Hi, I'm Mintmai. I didn't even do my intro today. It's been too long. I was only supposed to be gone to, you know, see my parents and hang out and everything. And I was only supposed to be gone for like 10 days. And then I got really sick and it turned into a month, but it also gave me a lot of time to just like think about stuff and like take care of myself. So positive things, right? So I'm really I'm really over the mood to be here right now. So thank you guys. Wow, I have to read all your lovely messages. Wait, it's your birthday, Sunny, and it's also Altair's birthday. What the heck? Today's my birthday. Hold on, let's go through these right now. First things first, you guys might have noticed there's not a sound yet because of my congestion. I don't want to record it yet. But I was going to record my own sound bites for the alerts. It was my sister's birthday on Tuesday. Oh my gosh. It's everybody's birthday. Mintmai, sniffles. Sniffles, like literally. But you can see. For mem buns, we have this really cute animation of me snuggling you guys. I like it a lot. Look at how cute that is. Look at how adorable that is. And then for supans, we have it's me. I'm eating the supan. And of course it shows up in chat too. But I'll play it again. I go nom 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 nom. I remember saying back when I was on Twitch how I started, I guess, feeling differently about how I preferred alerts to be. I think text to speech can be really fun, but sometimes if you're in the middle of like doing something else in the stream, or if I'm just like focusing on the game, I feel really bad if I can't like shift the full attention between the two. I think I really like having this cute little pop-up that's like not super invasive, you know? And obviously, I do think it's a little bit more personal anyways, if I can read your message. Bread. Thank you for the yellow supan. Thank you. I headcanon the yellow supan like that is like the melon pan flavor one. Twitch, that's a name I haven't heard since the summer of 1967. Guys, it's the... not to pet peeve, okay? I did not play Five Nights at Freddy's, but it is the bite of 87. And we're not gonna start to pretend that it's the bite of 67 just because of 67, okay? You are not rewriting Fazbear history for the sake of your 6-7 hand motion. No, nothing will ever overwrite Markiplier going, is that the bite of 87? Clock it, sis. Yes. Me comes back and immediately just like laying out all of my hot takes. I feel like I don't know. I get to be so unfiltered and so unhinged today. Also, while I was sick for the last 2 weeks, I was talking to pretty much absolutely no one because my voice sounded like a frog. Like I only spoke when I absolutely needed to. But for the most part, if I really needed something and I was like far too weak to do something and I couldn't go out and like grocery shop, so my housemate went and texted me like, hey, like, what do you need? Like, I'll like pick up some stuff for you like while I'm out grocery shopping. And I was like, can you get me chicken soup? But it was all pretty much through text, but I was very frog sounding. I basically had a bad flu, and for those of you who were here with me in 2025, you might have also been here with me when I found out that, like, I don't know, I've been finding out new things about my health, you know? And it's nothing super scary, honestly. It's from everything all the information I've got, it's a very like we're in like a positive direction kind of thing. It's like nothing scary. But yeah, I got like some blood tests and things like that. And so long story short, there's like reasons why it takes me so long to get better from being sick. My immune system is kind of like, oop, you're sick. I guess you're out of commission for, you know, for 10 to 14 business days. And of course that's its own frustrating thing. But I'm like, you know, I'm just so glad I'm better now. I'm so glad I'm better now. It's like I'm like, how do I explain it? It's not that I have none. I promise it's not that scary. But it's like I have like a lot less of I have a lot less of like white blood cells. And it's not necessarily something to laugh about necessarily. But I think the positive thing is before I got sick, and it was like after I finished traveling, but before I got sick, I actually did get to go like see a doctor, like a good doctor about it. And they were like, yeah, you're probably fine. Let's just check again in like half a year to a year. Cause they basically found out like even when I was a kid, I think every time I get sick, I just like suddenly I just like have less than half the amount of white blood cells you're supposed to have. Like they can just drop like that. And it's not like super common, but it's also not super rare apparently. So it's like, you know, it's just kind of one of those things where the doctor was like, if you're not getting sick super often, and if it's like not influencing your daily life in a concerning manner, you're probably fine. Cause like, it's been like this since you were a kid, according to the numbers. So I was like, oh, okay. So I just fluctuate, on the low end. And I think I'm feeling a lot better about it now because, you know, information's power. So yeah, that's kind of a little update. But it's so funny because it's like right after I got that information back and they're like, yeah, you're probably fine. You know, you haven't been sick since October. You don't get sick super frequently throughout the year. Because I probably only get sick like once, twice, or maybe 3 times a year. But it's funny because after that appointment, they're like, oh yeah, you're not getting sick too often. You're fine. And then I immediately got sick. And I was like shriveling for days. But it's okay. I got a lot of rest. But at maximum, like I don't get sick more than 2-3 times a year. Which is why they're like, oh, this is probably just kind of this is your normal, basically. Like, your normal is just a little bit different from everyone else's, like, average normal. But I feel like that's how it is with so many things, you know? But yeah, I thought that was just like an interesting thing. You know, flower friends kind of look like flower friends kind of look like they could be white blood cells. Maybe I just gotta chomp on a couple more flower friends, you know, like hum hum hum. Hum 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 hum. Minecraft villager style. Let's see. Let me make sure to read through all of these. I volunteer. Yay! Are you kiwi flavored? Kiwi flavor? Have you ever had kiwi flavored bread? I feel like that's not a very common flavor. I do love kiwis though. Kiwis are so yummy. They're kind of a fancy fruit, but like, they're so good for you. I can't even deny it because my name is Mango. Ooh. And mangoes are one of those fruits where it's like, excuse me, I'm burping. A bad mango is like, it's okay. But a good mango is like so good. You know how bad strawberries, actually, I could put together like a whole fruit tier list. Like, bad strawberries are awful. Hard, sour strawberries should not even be like considered a fruit. Like, they're very unfortunate. I've had very unfortunate strawberries before, and they're just so disappointing because a good strawberry is quite good, but like a bad strawberry is like awful. Like, awful. You know? Same thing with a bad kiwi. Like, a bad kiwi is like, but like a really good kiwi is like SSS tier. Or like a golden kiwi that's like perfectly ripe. If you've ever had yellow kiwis. I just remember from an ad, like, I was like a little kid and I was at my grandparents' house, like in Asia, and there was this ad playing in a foreign language, but I was like very small at the time. And it was talking about how like kiwis have way more vitamins than apples, but then golden kiwis have like way more vitamins than green kiwis. And I was like, poof, like my brain imploded. I thought that was like so cool because it looks like the same amount of fruit. And it is like kind of it's the same species of fruit, but golden kiwis are like, yeah, they're like the shiny Pokemon of kiwis. Like, they're extra sweet most of the time. I think they taste better. They are more expensive, but they're kind of considered like, they're like super healthy. At least you can make jam with sour fruit. You can make really good kiwi preserves. If your kiwis are like sour for whatever reason, you'll have to excuse me today. I have my throat coat with me. I ran out of the lemon echidna flavor, so I had a second box of it, which is the like the original flavor, like the slippery elm. It's been very helpful with like the phlegm. This year, Mintmai becomes a kiwi fruit, not New Zealander VTuber. Become a kiwi fruit VTuber. I could be a golden kiwi. I mean, I guess I'm a little bit orange for that, but like, I could be a golden kiwi. Oh man. This is so weird. I'm like, yay, I get to talk to you again, yay! Even though I'm a little bit congested, but like, yay! Oh, so good. This is so great. I hadn't been gone for this long since I actually took like a proper hiatus in summer. And I know a lot of people, a lot of you might have not known me at that point. I'm so glad we met in 2025, by the way. But in around like June, July, I think, of 2025, I basically made a post where I was like, I've never taken a break. I started streaming. At that point, it was almost 3 years ago, or like 2.5 years ago, right? But I just had never taken a break. Anytime I quote unquote I'm on a break, it's because I'm traveling or I have too much work to like stream. But yeah, I ended up being like, I don't want to like set a specific date to come back. I just like genuinely need to like reset some things in my space. But yeah, this time around, it was genuinely like, unlucky. I was gone for other reasons and then immediately got sick, and I was like, oh, it adds up, it adds up. I don't like being gone though. I actually have really exciting news today too. I will get to that right after the commercial break, where I read off and thank all of you for your support, because you guys are the reason I can, do what I do. So thank you so much, Kazu, for 7 months of membership. Thank you for being a burnt member as well, and just like supporting me the way you do. Thank you so much. Thank you, Jar, for becoming a member for the first time. Welcome to membership. I actually was like I was really good, smiles, and I finished the schedule graphic early. I will reveal it tomorrow. We do have a stream tomorrow. Lucky you guys. I was like, I've been gone so long. I want to stream. I want to stream like the whole weekend, like both weekend days. So today we're just catching up, and I really missed you guys. And we obviously have so much to chat about, miscellaneous things. But tomorrow I'm doing like a proper New Year stream, like I originally wanted to. I was originally going to like come back like the week of like January 8th or something, like something really early on, but I knew I would be late to New Year's regardless. But I'll put up the waiting room later. But I made like a very cute thumbnail with some gorgeous fan art. We're gonna have some New Year goals stream tomorrow, where I'm actually gonna like, let's just discuss, what we want to do. For those of you, I mean, it feels like everyone else has been in 2026 for 3 weeks, and it feels like I have not been in 2026. In the time that I was traveling and then immediately very sick after, it felt like I was still in 2025, because I didn't get like to feel like I had a fresh start at all. I was just bedridden. I mean, Lunar New Year is still there. Exactly. Lunar New Year's is still coming up, and I do celebrate Lunar New Year, so that's really cool. We'll do something cute that day, I'm sure. But I think it's still worthwhile to like sit down together, and I want to talk about what I want to do in 2026 with you guys, because obviously it affects what I do here too, right? But I think in previous years I've also done like, let's do New Year's resolutions on stream, let's write down what I want to do, and I always put down things that are like super general. But this year I want to be specific, because I realized that doesn't always like work out in the same way. This year I basically I want my goals. I have one of them already that I wrote down. One of them is I want to journal every day. I got myself hear me out when I say this. I think getting a new planner doesn't necessarily mean that you'll stick to like a consistent habit, but I do think I really like this planner that I got. I got a Hobonichi Weeks. It's like spelled like this. It's a very popular planner brand actually, but they're these really nice planners, and they come in English and Japanese, but they sell out really easily. I think typically if you want to buy them, you kind of have to look at them the fall before the next year, because they just kind of release them, and they release like a bunch of different cover designs too. But I got this cute brown one. As for what the inside looks like, it's like kind of a thin book. Do you get the melon color? Ooh, I got I think it's called like cocoa. I got the cocoa color. Although I want you guys to learn from me. I'm already getting a little bit distracted. Okay, I talk about journaling really fast and then we read the alerts. But here, let me show you guys what it looks like inside. And I've been journaling. I didn't get the journal until I got, back home and was able to pick up my mail. So my journaling adventure did not start on January 1st, but I think I feel like that's not the part that matters, if that makes sense. I like that it's a really thin book. First tangent of the season. First big tangent of 2026. Mintmai says she's gonna do one thing and then immediately starts talking about another. Well, strap in everyone. That's how it is sometimes. But it's just, I'm thinking about it right now, so I want to make sure I talk about it. This is the one I got. Although please learn the lesson from me. I regret one thing. I think these, like this cover material is harder to actually write in compared to like other hobonichis. Because I have seen other ones before, and the hardcover ones, they like lay flat better. But I didn't realize that getting the Hobonichi Weeks, like, I don't know how to explain. Like they sell covers that are different textures and like different bindings. But the cocoa colored one is kind of like this soft cover, sort of like leathery, like fake leather cover. And so when I try to like open it and like flatten it on the table, there's like resistance. It kind of like bounces back up. But technically the regular hobonichis with like the hardcover, they like open flat on the table. So I think that that's the main difference, because the pages themselves lay flat really nice. It's just a matter of the covers. Can you get a page clip maybe? I think the page clip wouldn't really, it wouldn't help with the cover like bouncing back. So I think I literally got unlucky because the one color I really liked. Ooh, I'm looking at the melon color one now. The melon color looks really good. The melon color is the same problem though. It's like that faux leather texture. So I think next year, 2027, note for 2027, Mintmai, get the hardcover Hobonichi Weeks because they open a lot flatter. But I'm gonna decorate the cover with like stickers and stuff. It's gonna be very cute. Do you prefer structured planners as opposed to blank bullet journals? Yes, I do. And I personally do because I think it almost motivates me to like fill out each day. And so what I've been doing every night, this is another New Year's goal, and I know I'm talking about this a little bit earlier. I'll talk about it more tomorrow. But I guess the fun thing is, instead of like scrolling my phone late at night, which I'm used to doing, instead I basically write in this sort of, there's not that much space to write, but I write in, you can see the date, day of the week and the date, and it shows you the accurate moon phase, which I can get a little bit nerdy and excited about, but it's actually not that much space because it's such a thin book. And so I feel like it's kind of nice to just, I don't feel pressured to like write very much. And I guess with a blank bullet journal, you can write as much or as little as you want. But I think having this size sort of forces me personally just to like write like the most important things from that day, or just like the thoughts on my mind. And if I need extra space, it actually has the blank grid on the right side. And so, and it has like other blank pages in the book. But it's really, really nice because sometimes if I feel like drawing, like I don't necessarily draw in my journal every single day. But now, whenever I feel like doodling something, like if I ate something new that day, I will like draw it like next to on the right side, but then I'll have like the journaling on the left side. I don't know, I like it. And for me, my journaling level is like, I'm currently like level 0, if that makes sense. I've never consistently journaled since like the 3rd grade. I used to have a diary, but I would never finish writing in them either. I would always pick out a diary because I liked the cover and I thought they looked cute. And then I write in it for like 5 days, like dear diary, da 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 da, and then I stop using it. And that was me as a kid. And then me now is not that different. You guys know the feeling of like getting a new sketchbook, feeling really excited about it, and then you draw on it, and as soon as there's like a bad drawing in there, or like a drawing you don't feel proud of, or one that you kind of like scribble on, you're like, the whole book is ruined. So I'm trying not to feel that way about my journal, because it's kind of laid out where it's like, it's the passage of time, right? Like there's the calendar on there. You're just gonna flip the page and then boom, you're in a new week, you know? But yeah, I'm not particularly advertising this specific journal to anyone, but I do think it's been nice. Like even when I was sick and I had no energy to journal, I literally just wrote in like that blank space, sick day 1, sick day 2. And then sometimes I would draw like a stick figure or like something I ate while I was sick, like an apple or a chicken soup. But I do think that that's gonna be a very major goal of the year. where I think instead of screen time, I prefer having like journaling time. Because sometimes when every day you're kind of doing maybe not the exact same things, but when every day you have sort of like a schedule and you're like, you know, very busy, like rushing from one thing to the next. And if you're anything like me, sometimes it feels like you're rushing from one day to the next and then you blink and like a month has passed. I feel like journaling forces me to kind of approach life like one day at a time. Journaling streams, I think some people might do streams where they like decorate stuff. I think journaling is hard to like stream, at least for me. I think journaling has to be something purely personal and something that I don't turn into content. Because even if unintentionally, me, myself, and like so much of my life is already very intrinsically tied with like social media and content. And I didn't necessarily mean it to be that way, but a lot of my hobbies and what I love to do like align that way. And so it's kind of like when streamers talk about how they're like, oh, I don't have any games to play, like for me. Because if I want to play a game and there's like an update, I'm like, I gotta stream it. Like, ooh, I shouldn't like play this game to relax because I want to play it with my chat. And like, that's something I feel a lot. It's not a negative feeling. It's more of a feeling of excitement. But sometimes it's like, oh, I don't have all of the time in the world. But I was literally thinking while I was sick, I was like, I want to play Pokemon. And then I was like, no, I shouldn't yet. I need to get better and then I need to stream and then I will play Pokemon. So I didn't play Pokemon while I was sick. You know what I did play though? I played Puzzles and Dragons. That's the next talking point, but like I promised, alerts first. Welcome back. Welcome back. Hope you're feeling better. Thank you guys so much for all the sweet welcome backs. I really missed ya. And I'm excited to stream consistently again. I mean, I'll be taking it easy and we'll talk more about that tomorrow too with like my goals for like everything, you know, in 2026. Like I still have really big, ambitious projects in mind. But I think I tend to put so much on my plate. I wind up like my brain is just like full of marbles. It feels like that sometimes. And so I'm gonna work really hard this year, like every other year, but I think this year I want to equally take care of myself in like a bigger way. I'm looking forward to it. I'm very excited for this year with you. But let's see. Thank you again, Kazu. Thank you, Char. Thank you, Alex, for 7 months of member. And Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Especially relevant, actually, after Miss Ravencroft's Miss Narissa Ravencroft. She released a original song recently, and the music video is so Yuri-ful. She like marries every other Hololive member. I was watching that and I was like, oh my goodness. This is so like self-indulgent. It's beautiful and I love her. Me, if I make a video about like bridal themed, but then I just stick all of my friends in like bridal clothing and we all marry each other, like that was her music video. I was like, goals. Wow, hello. I'm just now catching up on alerts, so I'm just gonna quickly go in order. Thank you guys so much. Kajeta, welcome back. Glad you're feeling better. Thank you so much for being a member for 3 months and for gifting 5 memberships. Wait, let me gift memberships too. Oh my gosh. Show your support for Mintmai. I can show my support for Mintmai. and I can gift 5 memberships for people that are here. Yay! Yippee! I hope they snipe you. But thank you guys. Yeah, YouTube lets me give free, like a limited amount of free members a month, so I should do that. Thank you for reminding me, Kajeta. Thank you for the 5 Mintmai memberships again. And I know you were working really hard at the end of 2025, but I hope that your new year is going amazingly. Really? Yes. I think it's like super hidden, actually. You have to, it like doesn't tell you as the streamer that that's a thing. Like, I found out because I think Maya found out about it. And like, you have to actually click on your own channel as if you were going to buy yourself memberships, and then it shows you that you can gift free memberships. Like, you can gift free memberships, but it's a maximum of 10 a month. Let's see. I'm gonna take another sip of throat coat because you could start hearing my vocal fry. Knight, thank you so much for the $1 supan. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Altair, happy birthday to you. Today's my birthday. Welcome back, Mintmai. So your return is basically a birthday gift. Can't hop in for too long, so have a good stream. I wanted to sing happy birthday. Oh my gosh. Sighs at myself for always, you know, first day back. Brains scattered, lots of tangents, but glad to be back. Thank you, Random Moose Brains, for the 7 months. Baker's gonna bake. We are so back. We are so back. And I know that your profile picture is John Wick, but I still think it's Markiplier with laser eyes. Sunny, thank you for 2 months of membership. Mintmai being back on my birthday. We are so back. Glad you've been feeling better. We got birthday twins. So exciting. Thank you, Kazu, again for the yellow span. Thank you, Chiki Nessie. Thank you, Nessie, again for the memban. Oh my gosh. Thank you. Beep. Woe is beep. Hello, President. Welcome to membership. Thank you. Oh my gosh. Pretty girls. Chris in a box. Thank you for being a member for 2 months. Kya. Thank you. Oh my goodness. And then I almost, my brain. I like saw my own alert of me gifting 5 memberships and I was like, who is that? Mintmai VT? She's never in my chat. Who is she? Get her out of here. That imposter. Hello. Hello. Waves. Hi. Oh right, this is how you do it here. Remy, thank you so much for 7 months of membership. You guys can't see it, because I have like magical arm jutsu, but I put my arms over my head in a big hand heart. This is something I do sometimes, even though I know the camera will not pick it up. I'm just doing it anyway. I'm all caught up on the alerts now, yay! Help, I was going to talk about something right after. Yes, you know what I was playing while I was sick and in bed? Because I was like, oh, I don't want to play any games that I want to stream and like play with chat. So I re-downloaded Puzzles and Dragons. I have the login. I had the login saved or something. Like there was like, I've lost my Puzzles and Dragons account more than once. And every single time I need to get it back, you have to fill out this form where you like tell them what units you remember having. Like what cards you remember having in the game. And you also have to like tell them your UID, I think, and things like that, which I would like pull from old screenshots. Do you guys know Peak? Do you know Puzzles and Dragons? Do you know Peak? Oh my goodness. There's Puzzles and Dragons on the Switch? Okay, Mintmai, I hope you're getting better. I'm feeling like 95% better. It's a sign you gotta do it next time you do 3D. I will. I've been holding back on doing 3D streams a little bit, actually. This is another thing that has to do with my 2026 goals. So I effectively turned my room into somewhere where I can like effectively do 3D tracking, but I like my room. You know, I'm sure many of you can relate. It's like I clean it and I do a good job cleaning it, and then it gets messy again. It's the clothing pile that you move between the chair and then you get up to like start your day, and so you move the pile of clothes off the chair and then onto the bed so that you can use your chair. I don't actually have a clothes pile like that anymore. I used to. I don't have a clothes pile like that anymore. The clothes pile I struggle with now is the clothes pile that is called the worn just enough to not be clean enough to put back in the closet, but not dirty enough to wash clothes. I have a very, very, very bad case of the growing pile of clothes that I wore just once or twice outside, maybe only like a couple hours at a time, because I'm the kind of person that gets home and immediately changes into loungewear. Like, listen, if you've ever worn a bra in your life, you understand. And I'm quite flat too, so it's not like, you know, I'm wearing very comfortable ones already, but it's like you get home, that is coming off. No. I do not sleep in it, and I do not stay at home with a bra on. There is no reason that I ever need one. Maybe a standing laundry basket will help. The funny thing is, I have a standing laundry basket. However, only clothes that are dirty enough to wash get to go in the standing laundry basket. And then I have to wait until there's enough dirty clothes in the standing laundry basket for me to then take to the wash. But then again, and I think that this is, again, people that are slightly more like into fashion. You don't even have to be very into fashion to understand this, but you cannot wash your dark clothes with your light colored clothes because the dye, even if it says that it's not gonna dye any of their clothes, I have experienced too many cases of, I tend to wash my socks with pants because it just feels like that works better together. I don't want to wash my socks with like my light colored like shirts. That's just a me thing, because like socks get the dirtiest, right? So I wash socks with pants, but I wear a lot of like darker colored pants because I wear a lot of light colored tops. Like, it's just kind of my fashion. My wardrobe is very like, all my tops are like cream colored, beige, white, and then my pants are like, you know, they're like dark brown, black, light brown, or like jeans, like blue. So for a very long time, I had a problem where I didn't realize my socks keep getting more gray every time I wash them. And then there's a point where my white socks are not white anymore. They're very, very, very light, cool gray. And it kills me inside because I don't even care that much about fashion. But my shoes are still warm white. And I tried to keep them kind of clean. Because I don't know if any of you guys remember, I used to have a very gross pair of sneakers. And I mentioned them on stream before because they were very comfortable, but they had holes like in the toes. And I was too stingy to buy myself a new pair of shoes because I am just a girl and I want to spend my money on character merch. I don't spend money on things I actually need. This is another personal goal that we'll have to talk about tomorrow. It will have to wait because I will go on forever about this. I want to basically redraw my pie chart of like how Mintmai spends her expendable income. And technically no income is expendable because you should always be saving money for like your future self and things like that. I think that's a healthy mindset, right? To be somewhat frugal. But if I drew a pie chart of like money I spend on things that I don't need, it's like 90% is character merch, cute things, merchandise. Like anime merch, plushie, cute thing. And then like maybe like 2% of it is like clothing, which is low-key like that's more useful. 2% of it is like clothing and makeup. Like very, very little of it is like spent on myself, and then pretty much none of my fun expenses are spent on like practical things. Or how do I explain this? This is my pie chart for, again, non-essentials. But some people spend their non-essentials on like things that actually improve their quality of life. Some people spend that non-essential on like something that they can use every day and enjoy. And I just like buying things to accumulate because I am a bird that is building a nest. If you saw my room right now, if only you could see my room right now. I am actually a bird that like sees like shiny, cute thing, and I get it, and it has nowhere to go in my room. And so it just goes somewhere. And it accumulates into like it, and then it becomes everything is like, and I understand that it can be wasteful and things like that, but it's like, unfortunately, it's one of those things where I kind of feel like I'm like overcompensating for my childhood. I would like to take this moment to preface and say I had a great childhood, and I did have like so many things that, you know, like I had an enjoyable childhood, but also it was one of those where it's like My interests do not align with things that someone else would ever buy me. Does that make sense? Like, someone else will not fund my character merchandise enjoyment. Someone else is not gonna get me Chikawa merchandise, okay? Also, happy late birthday, Usagi, my goat. I was feeling still a little bit sick, so I didn't take a picture, but I have Usagi stuff. But yeah, why are we all literally the same person? But the problem is I understand like having a very clean space and like a minimalistic kind of, it doesn't even have to be that minimalistic, but it's like having like a clear space means a clear mind. That's what people say, right? But for me, I go outside and I become this little gremlin, this little raccoon. And if there's like a little cute thing and it's like $10, I girl math it. I'm like, oh, well, that's like, and don't get me wrong, $10 is a lot, but I'm like, that's $10 for like a cute thing that I could keep forever. And but the real part of it, the reality is I may not actually keep that thing forever, and like I don't even, it's just I'm buying it because it makes me happy in the moment, and it also makes me happy after the moment, honestly, sometimes. Oh, it's so over. It's so over. But I think I want to be like a responsible trash raccoon in 2026. I want to be just a little bit more selective of shiny thing I accumulate in my room, because it's gotten to a point where my shelves are full, so anything new doesn't even have like a home to live where I can see and appreciate it. So then I'm just sticking it in a drawer where I won't see it, and then it's just junk. But then that's not fair, because like I really like the thing. It's not junk. I want to have it out without cluttering my space. No, but that's so real. Yeah. I think a very large thing is actually blind boxes. I shouldn't buy blind boxes, like, ever. Unessential spending for unessential spending. Alex! Thank you very much for the $10. I can now go and see a useless thing that is absolutely adorable for $10 and be like, chat approves. $8 is $5. Exactly. You guys see that? The peak devs talking about like how much a game costs? Because like $7 is $5 and $8 is basically $7, so it's $5. I actually want to run a poll for this because I'm very curious. Is $8, and you have to answer one of these. You can't say like a different answer. Is $8 $5 or $10? I want to know. Genuinely, just like think about it for a moment, you know? I'm trying to hold back from spending on cute things so I can finish working on the new apartment. Congrats on your move, by the way. Oh, I still have to mail out your Christmas gift. Ooh, I don't know when's a good time to talk about this. Right before I got sick, like right after I got home and right before I got sick, I had like a window of 2 days where I was just gonna get some work done so I could come back to stream and everything. And then I was very sick. But pretty much as soon as I got home, I actually like scheduled with my friend's pajama party, because this year is the first year we did it like all together. But for those of you who don't know, I have some friends of mine where we're like all long distance, but just like we try and like we hang out in person once in a while when we can, and like travel to meet up sometimes. But let me see. I bring them up right now specifically because they're the ones that like planted this idea into my head. Here we go. I'm gonna have a photo of them here as I talk about them. Damn, I'm in the minority. I think $8 is $5 too, though. I didn't vote. I'll end the poll now, though. So it seems that most of you guys think $8 is $10. But like, are you just saying that because you're doing the math and calculating that like $8 is closer to $10 than $5? Because I'm not gonna lie, the human psyche is very interesting. The human psyche is extremely interesting in this way. Okay, hear me out. The number 8 is a single digit, and the number 5 is a single digit. But the number 10 is 2 digits. So it feels like a lot more. And you might be like, wait, that's too like primitive. Like that makes no sense. Like obviously $8 is closer. Like $8 is $1 it's $3 more than $5 and $2 less than $10. But it feels like $5 to your brain. I'm saying $5 because of inflation over time. Oh my goodness. You're like thinking in the future. No, I was gonna say 5. Oh, it's okay. It's okay, Miss Arisa. Me and you, we're in there. We're in the polls. Mint my brain. Walk with me here for a second. But yeah, here's my pajama party. Aren't they cute? Aren't they so cute? We actually coughs. We actually have a group cover that's gonna come out eventually. So sometime, whenever the music video is done, sometime in like the next couple months. But me and these friends of mine, there will be a group cover that we all sang for. And it will be out on someone's channel. Whenever that happens, I'll like add it to like a YouTube playlist and tell you guys about it. But yeah. Hello. I was thinking about it and then the poll closed. Oh no, I'm sorry. I didn't let it cook. I didn't let it simmer for long enough. That's my bad. But anyways, I bring them up because we did a Christmas present exchange. Oh, you woke up sick? Yeah, Miss Arisa. Oh no, I got you sick. I got you sick from a different part of the globe. I hope you get well soon. I swear something is actually going around though. This reminds me, I'll take another sip of my tea. I haven't talked this much in 2 weeks. This is like vocal cord like workout. This is a test. But yeah, for the first time ever, actually, for the first time since I did gift exchanges with people like in person, this was the first time that my friend Ugi, they're the second one from the left, the one holding Hachiware. That's Tuna. That's Woogie. But Woogie basically got us all together and was like, hey, let's all mail each other holiday gifts and let's like open them together. And I was like, wait, like, yeah, you can just do that. You can just mail people things. Long distance friends, just like you can mail people things. And so that kind of planted a little seed in my brain and I was like, oh, yes. So over the holidays, I ended up getting other like tiny trinkets that I still have to mail out. Also, this is another thing I wanted to bring up today. For everyone that still has a merch order that I haven't shipped yet, I have everything that I need, but I refuse to pack orders when I was disgusting. I refused to pack orders when I was sick and disgusting, because even if I like wore a mask and gloves, like I just personally feel like that's not good. So I have chosen to abstain from doing that until obviously now I'm a lot better, even a little congested. I'll still wear a mask and gloves. No free germs? Of course not. What kind of business do you think I'm running? Unfortunate. Ew, pen guides. You're literally on the screen. I can like compress you. Anyways, oh gosh, I feel like I could even show you guys what I got. I have all the stuff with me here. I feel like I'd rather just take a photo though. As much as I want a hand cam, my camera's not plugged in today. I was using the cord. I stole the cord for something else. Also, depending on where they live, might be safe to wait until the storms are done. Yes, the US storms, right? I feel like better safe than sorry, so I'm gonna wait for... I mean, I'm probably gonna pack them once I'm like, obviously, feeling like much better. Which I am now, but I feel like once I have everything packed up, the storm is happening like soon, isn't it? This American storm. They said that the trees might explode. Did you guys hear about that? you know, while I was sick, I was not seeing a lot of stuff about it. But you're so right. Also, I miss you so much, Ichikamaya. me being gone for a month because of, you know, accidentally getting sick and all of that stuff. But I also know that you have been making great strides and doing big things, you know, in your life. And I'm like, yay! Everyone, round of applause, yay! Maya Donathon, smashing success in just the first few days. And then boom, new home, new keys to the city. Congratulations on your move. That's so wonderful though. Yippee! You got sick too? Are you kidding me? No! Say it isn't so! I need to be that annoying, like, I need to sound as annoying as possible. I have to falling to my knees. No! It should have been me, except it was me. But then you shouldn't have also gotten sick. I actually am sick a second time. One, I think something pretty bad is going around. I genuinely think it's like a bad case. A very like bad kind of flu. At least when I was sick, it felt nothing like, I think like the one time I got COVID. Felt nothing like that, but it still just feels awful to be sick, right? But something bad's going around, and I just think like, you know what, just definitely take care of yourselves, especially if you have to go out a lot and stuff. Just, you know, wear a mask when you're feeling a little bit sick. It's always good to, or even if you're not sick. But yeah, like wash hands and all of that. It's because these darn viruses recode themselves and spread again. Dude, they're kind of smart. They're like, ooh, the population's gotten used to us and they got medicine to like take our kind out. Let's just like evolve and become bigger and badder. And it's like not in the good way. Science is so crazy. I mean, obviously it's very unfortunate, but I'm very glad for medical advancements. Huh. Even then, it's crazy how fast this stuff works. Mintmai, Sugiyaoki. Celebrities shop at the grocery store too. Me at a Barnes and Nobles picks up a Yuri book, touches hands with Sugi. Sugiyaoki. Celebrities need necessities too. Yay, I missed you. Welcome back. I missed you too. Oh my gosh. It's so wild because like I feel like things keep happening to me. Or things keep happening in my life where I'm like, oh, I gotta like, you know, I gotta travel for family or like do this and that. Me and Sugi have been playing Split Fiction for like 5 months now. Not that I'm complaining. I love the intermittent hanging out. But yeah, for everyone that's feeling sick, please get well soon. Miss Maya, Miss Risa, all the flower friends feeling sick. Genuinely, it is that season. It's that time. Let me see. This winter storm. This winter storm forecast. I really should wait until this kind of passes over. I think it's like this weekend and maybe leading into the week. But yeah, they said trees explode when it gets that cold. I did not know that trees could explode from the extreme cold because the moisture inside the tree like busts, and sometimes it's not like a huge explosion, but the tree like splits in the middle. They can explode in very cold weather. If the trees are not used to weather that cold, they can explode. Although I think it is more common maybe in like the Midwest, according to what I saw, but I still saw like a video or two like talking about it when it's like kind of warm and then it suddenly gets super cold. All of that like moisture freezes really, really fast. Like the sap or the moisture, it like freezes fast and then it just because the pressure is too much. Yeah, that's kind of wild. That's kind of wild. It happens in Canada too. Okay, so there's this podcast called The Best in Jest, and I don't know. It's I would rate the podcast R18 just because like obviously they have inappropriate humor sometimes. But I do find it silly. I like the Best in Jest. It's with Professor Lando and Commander Connor, and I think the two of them are like a very fun dynamic. But sometimes when I work, I put up one of their silly podcasts in the background. I don't know why you mentioning Canada like made me think of this. Recently, oh yeah, I know Alexis really loves the Best in Jest too. We saw Commander Connor just like standing there like at a convention, and I remember like forcing you to say hi to him because I'm that friend. I was like, come on, like you can tell him that you're a big fan and I'll take a photo for you. And Alexis was like, no, I don't think I want to say hi. And I'm like, he's right there. Connor is right there. Because I'm like a fan, definitely, but I think I wasn't watching the Best in Jest as much until like after that con, after Alexis more so introduced me. I'm shy, I know, but I do remember like kind of like going like nudge nudge. He's not talking to anyone, he's literally just standing there, like you wouldn't be interrupting anything. I feel like when it comes to like seeing someone that you're a big fan of like out in the wild, the rule of thumb, or like a celebrity, I feel like the rule of thumb is like don't bother them unless they're absolutely unoccupied, which he was not on his phone, he was not speaking to anyone. He was standing there and just looking around, and I was like, oh my goodness, perfect. But yeah, that was fun. I just suddenly remember that. Very fun memories. I appreciate you though, I needed that good push. Honestly, sometimes you just need like, even if I am an introvert, but I think I'm an introvert that has trained for a lot of my life to be like forced to be extroverted. I grew up in a family where everyone is very talkative and extroverted, so I'm also, you know, resident yapper, but I am truly very introverted. But every single friend of mine who is also introverted, I think I am more extroverted than them because I'm surrounded by... I'm like the cat that grew up with dogs. Like, you know what I mean? I am truly like the cat that was like grew up with like golden retrievers, and then I wound up this way. So I'm still very much like kind of like lazy, laid back cat at heart, but like boom, golden retriever personality comes out of nowhere because of that, like my environment. I think very much like forced out of my shell in more than one way, and so I wind up kind of being the extrovert even if I am introverted. Standing emoji type beat. I think you'd like the Beautiful Twin Sisters podcast. I would. I mean, that already sounds like fun. But I was bringing up the Best in Jest because they do these trivia things and it makes me laugh because they're so wrong every single time. Except it's like I would not be any more right, you know? If you look up the Best in Jest and you even see the short of them talking about like what's the most hot dogs someone's been able to eat in 10 minutes, it's hilarious. Like I'll laugh and then cramp. I feel a cramp in my stomach. They are very, very silly. But I thought of this because they were guessing how many lakes there were in Canada. And I think Connor put something like 400. But there are 2 million lakes in Canada. Canada has the most lakes, like, in the world. Wait, I just looked it up and it says Canada... Wait, what? Canada accounts for 14% of the world's lakes? I think Canada is, like, so much bigger than you think it is. I speak of this as someone that's, like, grown up in America, but still not... Like, I still haven't been to that many states within America. I'm gonna be very honest. I have not been, like, around America much. I've quite literally only been to, like, places where I know someone lives. And then, like, big city, like New York for ANYC, LA for AX, you know? Like, for anime convention. What states have you been to? Basically, one's on the west and one's on the east, and pretty much nothing in the middle. I have not even been to Texas. Oh. What happened? Wait, what? How did I do that? How did I do that? Wait, guys. Hold on. I think I literally highlighted the text on my Google search bar. Oh! If you highlight text, you can just drag it into OBS? What? 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 Oh my gosh. Like you just drag it. That's almost dangerous. I was like, what if I was like searching up something like what if I was like searching up something really No, I would never do that on my PC. That is like, you know, that is like on your phone incognito mode type activities. That does not go on your PC. So that would never, couldn't be me. Me when I drag my password. That's so funny. I was gonna say, that's phone for you? Yeah. If I'm like looking up anything that like, I'm like, oh, this sounds like it could be sus. Or like, oh, like I'm looking up manga that may or may not be like completely safe for work. Listen, a tasteful amount, you know? But if I'm looking that up, it's like, that is like on my phone, Safari incognito mode. Like I have a very, it's like every single search browser like has its own category of things that go on there. Like recipes go on Safari, but like when I'm looking at like my VGen messages or something like that with like art I'm commissioning, like that's on Chrome. I don't know how to explain it to you guys. When I say it out loud, it sounds like there's something deeply wrong with me, and there probably is. But like recipes, Safari. Song lyrics, Safari. Any tab I think I need to have open for a little bit longer is like Chrome. And then it's also split into like non-incognito tabs and incognito tabs. Because like anything I think I'm not gonna need in my browser history, it just like goes in incognito. Because I'm like, I only need this for a second and then I'll close it. But I think the most things, because I read like all of my manga in Safari incognito, pretty much all of it goes around there. Then I have a ton of tabs there. Just of like ongoing manga series that I have not finished. My favorite fact is that all of Canada's population is almost the same as California. What? But it's so large. Is it because it's cold? Is there like countryside where it's like barely livable? I remember once with friends, we went to like this Airbnb because we wanted to visit this national park. And like the Airbnb we were at was like in the mountains, like in the woods. And I was like, oh, this is interesting. Cute Airbnb. You know, like a cute place. But like your neighbors are like kind of far from you. And then they're like all the roads were one way. And so when we were driving up to it, me and my group, we were actually like stopped because we couldn't pass this large truck that was in one of the neighbors' like driveways because they were actually loading it with like lumber wood that they had chopped themselves. It was this very nice like old man and his son, and there's like 2 dogs on the porch. But I was like, this is such a different I guess like lifestyle. Like I can't imagine. I guess for me, I don't really like the city. I don't live in a city or anything like that, like a big city. I don't think. Maybe I would like living in New York, but I only say that as someone who has been to New York on vacation only and really likes the bagels there. So I think if I live there for like more than 2 weeks, I'd be like, oh, it's so like, it's so loud. And there's so many people like all the time. But maybe I would just like the public transportation. But yeah, that's wild. Why are there so many people in one state of the US? That almost doesn't feel right. Smoked salmon bagels, my beloved. Yes, smoked salmon bagels. Ugh, a good locks. I speak with a tone of yearning. Ooh, bright news though. Bright news. I was really craving a bagel. One of the days I was sick. And there's this bagel place nearby that quote unquote advertises making like New York style bagels. And I was like, press X to doubt. But I was sick, so I ordered it. And I was like, okay, can't hurt to give it a try because it has nice reviews. And the bagel was pretty good. I didn't get one with like actual pieces of lox or anything. I just got a bagel that had, it was like smoked salmon was like mixed with the spread already. So I just got a bagel with spread. And I was like, wait a second, it's not bad. So I look forward to it because now, once I'm like truly not sick, I'll allow myself to go outside like a little bit more. It's mostly I don't want to get anyone else sick. But I will try going to that bagel place to get one myself fresh and not delivered and see what I think of it. Kind of excited. I need to have a New York bagel sometimes. I have to compare it with a Montreal bagel. I've never had a Montreal bagel. I don't think I've ever been to Montreal before. I will say you have to get like a good New York bagel. You have to do your research on a good New York bagel. And I've only been to New York twice, but in New York, I think there's an important distinction. There are places that focus on making a good bagel, and then there are places that focus on making a good sandwich. And they're both tasty. But if you're just caring about like the quality of the bread itself, find the places that talk about priding themselves in making like the bagel, not just the sandwich. YouTube Shorts is all the research I need to find a good bagel. Surprisingly, TikTok is a good place for travel advice. It really is. Because TikToks are so easy to make. Like, people can travel, they can just film on their phone, and then boom, you have those videos that are like, come with me to this like hole-in-the-wall spot with really, really good food that you probably didn't know about yet. There's a dime a dozen of those types of videos, and I love getting them in my feed, because I'm just like, yes, give me all the recommendations. And sometimes I like write them down for later. We're actually getting to a part where I could segue back into the, I guess, announcement I wanted to talk about. Not an intimidating announcement, just an exciting one. I think I remember saying a while back that there was sort of in the air. there was plans in the air. There were particles in the air that were going, Japan trip 2026. And you're like, Mintmai, didn't you go in 2025 in January? And I'm like, yeah, but I was only there for 4 days. I was in Tokyo, only Tokyo for 4 days. But now I have friends going to Japan and we can plan together, and yeah, I'm going to Japan. And I'm doing the same thing as I typically do when I go to Japan, where it's like I have family that doesn't live that far from Japan, so I just fly and then do a short trip to Japan after. Or no, I see family overseas and then Japan. But this time I'm gonna be in Japan for like 2 to 3 weeks. And I'm not just gonna be in Tokyo the whole time. I get to go like other places and actually see more things. And it's gonna be only the 3rd time in my life I've been to Japan. Cause I went when I was like 9, and it was with a tour group with my parents, and I cried the whole time because we didn't get to go to Tokyo. And even as a small child, I was like, character merch. I want to see Pokemon. I want to see Sanrio. That was the annoying child I was. We were going to on like a traditional tour, but I was like 8 or 9 years old, so I didn't know how to appreciate it, sadly. But yeah, this time I'm actually like planning a trip with friends, and we're gonna be in Japan, and this time I am planning on bringing a streaming setup. So I will not just like be gone, because I really don't. I think this is another thing for 2026. I like traveling and everything, but I feel like if I need to ever be away from stream, like I want it to feel more like a long weekend and not like Mintmai is gone for 2 weeks to a month. Because I prefer, even if they're short streams and even if they're just like 2 or 3 days a week because I'm on vacation or something, I still want to do stuff like here. I still want to, like, you know, we can put the bakery on wheels. It's like a food truck edition of the bakery. Like maybe the menu is more limited. Maybe I can't like have my Switch and capture card and everything, but I would like to do like small streams, and it would be really fun for me. And I like calculated the time zones and everything. In Japan, if I start streaming when I first wake up in the morning, so you guys get very sleepy Mintmai. But if I stream in the morning before I actually go out for the day, I can do like a 2-hour stream that starts at my normal stream time, that like starts at this time. So even if I just do that, like even once a week, but I think I would rather it be like at least 2 times a week. But I think it'd be cool. Cause I want to be there, and I obviously want to like film some stuff I see for you guys, see if I can do an actual Japan vlog this year. But yes, I plan to go to check out some Chiikawa stuff. But this time, I feel like I'm not gonna. I went to Chiikawa Bakery last year. This year, if I go again, I wouldn't mind going again because they have new stuff compared to when I was there last year. But this time, if I go, I want to try. I think I want to try looking at more like experience stuff and like food. And obviously, because it's fun to travel with other people as opposed to traveling alone. I mean, solo travel has its own merits, but I think when it's like Japan, it's like you go to a restaurant, I want to try so much more food. So if you have a group, then you can order multiple things and then share them, like family style it, which is like so much better. So much better when you're traveling, I think. But yeah, I think I won't be the only person like working on the trip, so I think it'll be okay. I'm kind of excited, but I don't have a travel setup, so I just need to see what that's gonna take. Maybe like a gaming PC. I don't trust gaming PCs though. That might not just be me. I don't trust them. Keep your group to 4 people or less, otherwise it's hard to get seated in Japan. Yeah, that's true. That's true. It's okay. It's okay, Solemn. I don't have that many friends. I mean, I have many lovely friends, I must say, but not that many that I could do IRL stuff with. I have like 3 friends. It's the same 3 besties, but it's like easier that way, you know? Everyone else is long distance friendships, and so if I see them, it's for like some event. As a gaming laptop user of about 4 years, they're not bad. The main thing is, can they handle... can they handle this? You know? Can a gaming PC handle all of this? And then if I wiggle my head, is it gonna explode or is it gonna be okay? But I'm glad to know that people vouch for them. I think I've heard mixed reviews. Speaking of games and stuff, I mentioned to you guys, I finished my schedule early this week. Tomorrow there is stream. It will be at the normal time, 1 p.m. But this week we're gonna just we'll have like 3 regular streams in the upcoming week, because I still have cause I got sick. Everything on my calendar got like pushed back by 2 weeks. So I had to work. Ooh, no, it's a good thing though. I just gotta get stuff done too. But yeah, I think we're just gonna have 3 nice streams and 1 Membun stream. So for Membuns, that's technically 4 streams. Yeah. Guys, in like a week and a day, it's February. But I like February because I like Valentine's Day theme. I think it's cute when places decorate with a bunch of like hearts and stuff. And like red and pink and white are really like yummy colors. I love it. And then chocolate goes on sale in like the second half of the month, and that's always a good time. But I'll be doing my best. We're just gonna take a chill week. Maybe if I'm feeling it, I'll add an extra stream into the schedule. But I'm kind of... I think the reason why I made it this way is because I'm also making sure my voice is recovering, you know, from being sick and everything. Because I haven't talked this much in such a long time. But I have some appointments, so those are hard to move. But yeah, the schedule, I'll put it up like Sunday night or Monday morning. So stream tomorrow, no stream on Monday, but then stream on Tuesday, Thursday, Sunday, and then for Membuns you also get Wednesday. I also really I'm deciding, guys. I'm deciding on what we'll do on Tuesday because I'm on the fence. I really want to play Agree. But I also want to play Zenless Zone Zero. So, ooh. I just re-downloaded Zenless Zone Zero. I got it on my iPad so that I can do my dailies when I take a little break. But it's because I wanted to see what was happening over there. I haven't played like Genshin, Star Rail, Zenless Zone Zero in a really long time, so it kind of feels weird. I missed a lot. But yeah, I love all the heart products. Yeah, me too. Man, why did January go faster than last time? I mean, for me, January felt like one day. One very long sick day. But yeah, I think I've seen a couple things about Agree, the video game. I want to try it. Although from what I've seen, it looks like a mega endurance stream. Like, how come everyone I see playing Agree for the first time, it's like a 12-hour stream, or they split it into like multiple shorter streams, and I'm like, what is this game? And why do you need to play it for so long? But that's the thing. I don't know. Oopsies. I got tea on my chin. It like dribbled. I haven't got around to see gameplay of it yet either. I think we will play Agree on Tuesday, because honestly, even if I don't quote-unquote finish the game, I think it'll be okay. But I'm curious because, well, I don't know. Zenless Zone Zero, I think I have so much like catching up to do. I'm like, should I even stream it? I mean, for me, it's I like the robot character coming out. I like Arya. I don't know how many of you guys have been looking at any Zenless Zone Zero stuff, but they have a idol character coming out, and I think she looks really cute. So I'm tempted. For sure curious. Yeah, I'm so curious. I'm so curious about Agree. I've been trying not to look at like much of it because I don't want like spoilers, right? I got the gist just from looking at a tiny peek of the game, so I was like, okay, set that aside until I stream it. Look at this character though. So I don't know too much about Zenless Zone Zero lore. I heard the story is good from more than one person, so I'm like, huh, it could be fun to like do a little bit of story catch up, because I am barely in the main story, like just barely at the beginning. I think might do a little bit of it offline when unwinding, but I'm not sure if I'll have the time is the thing. But I just think she's so cute because she's like she's actually the robot, but then like the human is like her casting a hologram to look like a person. And I don't know, I just think that's adorable. Mint's back! Woo! Yes, turns around. Mint's back. Shows you my shoulder blades. Zenless has pretty interesting lore. I think Zenless Zone Zero, it feels different than Genshin and Star Rail to me in terms of... It feels more different from those two. In terms of aesthetic and like the snappiness of like the animation, I like it. But I like that they're releasing like an idol. I think they're supposed to be like Tika idols. Like they're not big in the music industry in Zenless Zone Zero. They're trying to make it as idols. And I think that that's so cute. And they have a song. The Angels of Delusion, they have like an animated music video, which also looks really good. And so I don't know, I gotta hand it to them. It single-handedly made me interested in the game again. So whatever you're cooking up there, Mr. Hoyoverse, it's working. To Mr. and Mrs. Hoyoverse, whatever idol girls you're cooking in the vault, their designs are just very cute. And of course, I just like the pastel color palette. You're saying she's a VTuber? They are VTubers. That's the thing. They are VTubers. I think they mentioned that they're like virtual idols and they're into the streaming scene or something like that. And they have like VTuber models. They have VTuber models. And they're like own like subunit Twitter. I've just been taking a peek at it sometimes, but the models look really cute. You know? They look so cool. Like super well made, you know, pieces of artwork that really represent the characters. So I don't know, that's got me kind of excited. I feel like we don't really see... It's only more recently do I feel like we see more like streamer... I would say VTubing is obviously even more new, but I feel like we don't really... We're not really seeing a lot of like streamer or VTuber characters around. Like characters that are those roles. Like in Pokemon ZA, right? There's the streamer. And I think she's very cute. But there's like streamers in Pokemon now. But even then, that sort of category of like being an influencer or being a streamer or being like some kind of virtual idol is very new. So we're not seeing it that much until recently. But I like it. I like seeing... I mean, I'm biased. I like anime. I like anime girls that move and talk. It is growing though. Yeah, I mean, I feel like VTubing for a very long time, it's not even like... It feels like it's not really a niche, right? And there's nothing wrong with that. I do think that VTubing, there's like a culture that comes with it, right? And I wouldn't even say it's just idol culture. Like, there's some similarities and differences, but I think VTuber culture is its own thing. But then you have VTubers that lean into like VTuber culture. Like, I think that I'm someone that really, you know, loves VTuber culture as I've learned about it. Like, I love it. And I'm like, yeah, I want to be a VTuber that is, you know, I'm just here. But I do happen to be someone that's like very, very into VTuber culture and leaning onto like the idol aesthetic. But there's a lot of people that like VTubing, but it's also just like a medium to stream, and that's just as valid. I just think that there's preferences, right? And I want to say a smaller reason why I'm on YouTube now instead of Twitch is just because I feel like it fits better with the format that I like. The way I like making stuff. Oh my gosh! OMG, hey beautiful. Thank you for 7 months of membership! Oh my gosh! Wow! And to honor your 7 months of membership, blah, blah, blah. I'm sorry, I'm so congested right now. I've been on stream for like an hour and a half now, and I can already feel a little bit of the congestion, so I'm gonna blow my nose. Awesome. First one of the day. And yes, it was muted. Because trust me, you don't want to hear it. Please also hydrate. Yes, I will. I will. Yippee. What else did I want to say? Oh yeah, thank you everyone. I don't know. I always see people being very adorable on Twitter. But I haven't checked most recently. But I do try to check my fan art tag frequently. Like every week or something like that. But thank you guys, as always, for surprising me with very, very cute artworks. I'm like, oh, while I was gone and out on vacation, there were quite a few cute things. She's back, I love you. Oh my gosh, I love you too, hello. Hello, hello. You have a stuffy nose. It's like that lingering congestion that I cannot quite get over. You know? I feel like I just like I feel better in terms of energy and like mostly physically, but in the morning my nose and my throat still like have a little something extra there. Yeah. You know, I'm curious about another thing that I've seen going around while I was sick and even before that. Are any of you guys trying Oshi savings this year? Do you know what Oshi savings are? Alkaidi, City Potions! Thank you so much for 2 months of membership! Oshi savings, yes. It's like a challenge that people are doing where if their idol like sneezes on stream, they like save $5. Like if your favorite idol or like your favorite streamer, like they cough and then you add, like they cough, you add $5 to like your savings account, like from your checking account or something. Like you set it aside, you force yourself to like not spend it, but just save it. So some people were like, for every stream, I'm saving $1. For every YouTube video upload, I'm saving $10. If they do a collab, I'm saving $5. Like stuff like that. There's a bunch on Twitter. It's an Oshikatsu saving planner because it's kind of like their own. It's like you can balance having fandom life with saving money. You know, not necessarily spending it in an irresponsible manner, but you could save and also support your Oshi. You know. Yeah, there's another one where it's like for every merch drop you save this much. And it doesn't mean you can't get the merch, it's just like you also set a certain amount aside. Like maybe for every $1 you spend on Mintmai merch, you also put another like the same amount aside for yourself. That would make me happy. You guys should take care of yourselves. What do you do with the money afterwards? As one pleases? I think you should just hoard it until 2027 and then look at it and go like, wow, how much, like look at all that I've saved. Cause and then you should just save it. Like you should keep it for when you actually need it for something, right? When you actually need it for something, or if something you like really, really want comes out, you know? I think we should put it into Mintmai stocks and bonds. Invest in Mintmai stonks. But yeah, I think it's like I've seen quite a bit of these where it's like they release a cover, save like $50, something like that. People have already made really adorable Oshi savings planners. I saw one the other day. Like people make like little, like they put it in their journals, or like they have like a layout for it, or a spreadsheet that's organized, or even like post-it notes. I saw it. It's like a little trend on Twitter, and maybe other places too. But I kind of think that that's like a fun and interactive way to save money. Because think about it. If you go like, I save $1 every time Mintmai goes on a tangent, by the end of the year, you will have saved a shocking amount of $1. And that adds up. And that adds up to like take care of your future self, right? It's always good to have just like bottom line emergency fund, you know? And that's something that I haven't always been like the greatest at in general. The idea of like saving hard and intentionally. But I also think it's because when I first was having various like work to do, right? Like jobs, and I was making money, I would save some of it. But a lot of the times I was like, I turned my hobby into my job. And so now instead of a hobby, I just want to like buy things to fill the void. And I know it sounds sad because it is. But I would like collect things, and I liked just buying things because it almost became my hobby, where I was like, oh, buying things is my hobby. I feel like buying things, like genuinely just purchasing things to just keep them, it is difficult to have that alone as a hobby. I wouldn't recommend it as someone that's fallen into that trap for a short period of time in my youth. Very, very interesting. But yeah, that's an idea, truly. But even then, you know, saving money just gives you freedom later, I think. So if you have your Oshi savings, like, yeah, maybe later you can spend it on merch or whatever you want. But the idea is like, you have the freedom to do those things because you're not worried about not having enough to take care of yourself, right? So spending is always tempting, but saving is always better. that is what I'm trying to like really practice and not only preach as well. Have you tried journaling? Yes. I was just mentioning, like, I think just towards the very beginning of stream, I have a Hobonichi Techno now. I have Hobonichi Weeks, and of course that's just like the brand and type of planner. But I personally really love it because it's like a smaller book. Feels very approachable, and I like it. I've been journaling every single night, so it's pretty much like I want to say I start my night routine, you know, I like feed my cats, I unwind, I like wash my face, I do my skincare, and then I do my dental care. Actually, I do my dental care first, and then I wash my face, and then yeah, I just like I journal after, and then I go to bed, and it feels really good. I do miss watching ASMR videos at night. I really miss watching, like, I don't know. I miss watching ASMR videos at night, but then now that I think about it, I haven't needed ASMR videos to sleep for a long time. I used to need them to sleep, but now I don't need them to like fall asleep naturally anymore, just because I'm like doing enough, I guess, in the day physically to tire me out. But I think, I don't know, I'm feeling really good about journaling and like not looking at my phone at night. Do I deco it? I do have some stickers in it, but for instance, like the stickers are stuff relevant to like what I did in the day. I don't deco it the way that you deco yours, Misugi. I know that you have your you have a beautiful journal. And I only know that because sometimes you post the spreads, like sometimes with, you know, the words like smudged out. Wait, Sugi, can I pull up on stream like an image I have of your journal? The one that you decorated with breads. You specifically mentioned making it bread aesthetic. You should try making, you said, if you ever want to get into journaling and you aren't sure what aesthetic themes to go for, you should try making them based on your friends, their vibes, or your Oshi. So cute. I decorated it based on my Oshi. Let me look at this page and see if I can guess who your Oshi is. I don't know, guys. I can't tell. Squints my eyes. It's so cute. My journal does not look this too cute. You do such adorable deco on your journal. I think for me, it's almost like the act of journaling itself is like the main event for now. But yeah, I have this little like photo saved because I think it looks so cute. I have it saved in like my own personal folder of like, it's not exactly fan art, but it's like stuff that is somewhat adjacently related to me. So I have like a folder for that too, just named like miscellaneous. I have improved a lot. I'll do more Mintmai inspired spreads. Whoa. You have to send me a photo of them. You can censor all of your thoughts, obviously, but I want to see them so bad. I want it so cute. The stickers, so cute. Hehehe. Rubs my fly hands together. I have some stationery. There's some stationery for me that will eventually end up in Sugi's hands. It'll get there. Me too. Yes, yes, yes. Man. 2026, guys. It is 2026. Yeah, when wife gives you stationery. Journal with me stream soon. Honestly, we could journal together. I was thinking like I might even want to just do like a scrapbook spread with you guys. Ooh. Hold on. Yeah, no, my hand camcorder does not work right now. Or wait, does it? Does it? I want to show you guys something so bad. It was what I got my friends for Christmas. It's what I got Pajama Party for Christmas, rather. Oh, yeah. So I got Pajama Party stuff for Christmas because we agreed on doing a Christmas gift exchange. And then I got... Because of that, I was inspired to mail some of my other long-distance friends Christmas gifts. And so I got a couple of other things. I got Sugi this small thing. And you will really like it. And it will probably get to you not soon, but like eventually. But I need you to see it. Me? Yeah, I got you a small Christmas gift. But you're gonna see it and you're gonna understand. You're gonna see it and we're gonna have the brainwaves things. And you're gonna be like, wow, it's us. You'll understand my line of logic. And it is holiday themed to an extent. Cute! Teehee! I love to surprise people. And I guess it's not a surprise now that I'm saying it, but yes. I appreciate you in 404 like waiting forever for your package because I kept adding small things. Me being like, at some point, I'm like, oh, I could just ship separate packages, but at this point, I was like, okay, I also saw this thing that like really fit. I have to stop doing that. I have to get the package out. But yeah, same thing with my merch packages. It's just one of those things where, you know, I'll put a mask on and some gloves and get it all packaged up when I'm definitely not germy and gross. Yippee! Okay, let me show you guys this picture because I'm really proud of these. Those of you that know may or may not know that I like doing sticker deco. I saw these binders. So this was with Pajama Party. I did something, I guess I would consider it like a pretty major gift for them, but it's because all of us, we like agreed together that our gifts would be like $35 budget. Like per gift. Because there's 5 of us, so each of us would have to get 4 things, and we're like, let's try to do like, obviously it doesn't have to be that much, but like let's do $35 budget. And I found these binders. They're like kind of small binders that you can like store stuff in, and they were like exactly $35. Or they were like $30, and you could customize the elastic strap. But I took them, like I took this and I like decoed. So this artwork that's like in the sleeve right here is artwork that was commissioned, like of us all together. I think I've posted that artwork before. But yeah, this one's my personal one. You can see all of the really cute, all of the really cute stickers. I put a jam on there for the knowers, because I can't see jam the same way ever again. I got a lot of jam for the holidays, actually. Like, just as Christmas gifts. It's like, Merry Christmas, bit. Like, Lexus got me a jam, advent calendar, Nyx got me, like, 3 things of, like, jam, like, spread from, like, Canada. Very tasty, all very tasty. But I have so much, like, jams and spreads for 2026. But yeah, days without a VCraft mention in 2026, 0. Anyway, for each of my friends, you can see this one has a little tempura kitty on it. It's because Oogie is fish themed and I have no fish stickers. I have no aquatic stickers. Feels wrong, but like for instance, like Oogie, like we cook together sometimes, like when I was at their house, so yeah, just making everything like color themed. But this is, you know, our, like we have like matching It's like a fun thing when you and your friends all really love art. We have like these matching ones. Nick likes coffee, so I made it all very coffee. If you guys look at, I think you may or may not know, on mintmai.com, the idol standee is drawn by Nyx, and the Mintmai embroidered charm is drawn by Oogie. Yeah, commission my friends. Pay them to do work for me. I said that so intensely. Rubs my fly hands together. Scheming. Except by scheming, it's paying my friends to draw me. So there's Nyx's. Here's Pen's, except Pen, I was like, Pen, what's your favorite color? And he goes, gray. And I'm like, ugh. How am I supposed to do cute deco with gray? But then I realized Pen, like his hair is like teal and pink. So I did gray and then also like teal and pink. It came out really cute in the end. I made it work, even though I don't think gray is the easiest color to work with. But I was like, I can't believe you told me your favorite color is gray. It's a totally valid favorite color, but like, man, help me out here. But yeah, Pen's like my brother. And then Miss Alpa, here's wife. She likes Liège waffles, so there's like a waffle on there. And she's just very... Sorry, congestion. She's very strawberry core. But yeah, those are the binders I decorated for PJ Party. So we have like matching ones. And this one's mine, and so I have been using it to store like letters from my friends, and it's like an A5 size binder. So I also like stored some artwork in there. Yeah, good stuff. But I really like doing sticker deco. So that was kind of that was like the most that was like the most effort I put into you know, presents in a hot minute, because I remember just sitting at my desk for like a couple hours with all my stickers like spread out on my desk, and I was like, okay, let's put these together. And it's pretty fun because we wrapped them. I wasn't the only person with this idea, but like we wrapped the gift in Christmas wrapping paper. And then we like wrapped the wrapped present in like an actual shipping box. Cause you're not allowed, I don't know about other places, but at least for USPS, which is like very standard for US shipping and stuff, you're not allowed to ship stuff that's like in wrapping. You have to just have like the raw box. So if you want something to be a surprise and like unbox it together on camera, you can actually wrap a gift like in other paper or wrapping paper and then put it in a box. That's my recommendation. What's your favorite color? The dark side of the moon? Wait, if your favorite color is black, you should start saying that. If your favorite color is white, you should say the face of the moon. Actually, if you want to be really annoying, come in close. Let me give you a tip. You know how like for paint colors and like Pantone, they sell white as like 5 different colors? Like the Pantone color of the year was Cloud Dancer, and it was like white. But there's also eggshell, and then there's like meringue and cotton, and they're like all different shades of white. And I think that if your favorite color is white, you should be annoying and be specific. Actually, I would prefer if you told me what your favorite color of white was. You know? I think it's 10 times more interesting to be like, I like eggshell, and I'm like, oh, okay, they like a white, warm white color. As opposed to if you go, I like Cloud Dancer, then I'm like, oh, okay, they like the more cool gray, but also white color. That's so poetic. I support this. Yes, I support talking about colors in this way in 2026. I feel like, I don't know, there's such a wide breadth of colors. It's just fun to have more words for them. What color is Mintmai? This is something I wonder sometimes. What color am I? Am I more orange or yellow? I think I'm more orange, but like a very pastel orange. I feel like I should have an official color Pantone. More orange, to be honest. Yeah, that makes sense. That's good, because that was my intention. Hehehe. Although I like using a lot of yellow to like pastel yellows to balance out the orange. Orange, yes. I love warm colors. I love warm colors so much. Your orange-sicle color? I like that. Orange-sicle color. Heck yeah. Like an orange creamsicle, right? I mean, even the white on my aprons and stuff, it's like, if you color drop it, if you pick up this fabric and then you test it, it's like a very, 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 very pale yellow. I dare say eggshell white. I should call everything baking colors. Flower threads are all-purpose flour, tan. Or, yeah, flower threads are like all-purpose flour beige. The dark orange I like is like pretzel orange. I'm orange creamsicle colored. Melon pan crust orange, actually. Baking related colors is a fire idea. Isn't it helpful, you know? Yeah, wait, I got this. You guys know how I love melon pan. I think it's so tasty and so cute of a bread. But like I should literally describe myself. So like the grooves is like my orange color, but then like the light yellow or like the light orange parts in the middle is like the pastel color. It's almost like the gradient on my dress. I purposely have that like deeper orange and lighter orange. It's meant to be a gradient. I've tried drawing myself with just like without the gradient on the dress and it looks drastically different. But yeah, this is literally me. Me as a bread. I think something fun to do sometimes is just like put together mood boards. Like you have OCs, put together mood boards for your OCs, you know? You have like a pet or like a cat, put together a mood board for your cat. I think one of my cats is secretly Usagi from Chikawa. I might have mentioned this before. They're just too alike. And lately, that cat of mine that I think is very much like Usagi, Almond, he does nothing but like sit around. Una. He sits around and then sometimes screams. But especially lately, I think it's because I've been sick. I'm sick, so they're so used to me being like extra present for them because I'm like so available. Like I'm not able to work effectively. And so I'm like, I was in bed a lot while I was sick. And then the cats were just so like, oh, awesome. Mom's laying down again. Yeah. I think Mintmai is a mix of orange in the pumpkin cookies, custard cream color, and all-purpose flour color. There you go. Oh my gosh, you get me. You guys get me. But yeah, I think bread to describe color, or like pastries to describe color. Like panna cotta. Panna cotta to describe like a nice creamy white color. Or even using like, I don't know. Like that, my hair is gonna be like pain au chocolate. That is probably not how you pronounce it. It's a chocolate croissant. Like the center, you know the chocolate in a chocolate croissant? It's always like the semi-sweet, the dark chocolate. That's the color of my hair. See, all of this sounds so appetizing. It's fantastic. Very good. Pumpkin custard tart. Want to hear my really hot take? Want to hear my really, 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 really hot take? Actually, maybe it's not as hot of a take as I think it is. But I don't like pumpkin flavor. I love orange though. I don't like pumpkin pie. I'm sorry. Apple pie is better. Apple pie is superior. I don't know. Pumpkin flavor is not for me. Around Thanksgiving time and everything, I'm baking apple pies. Apple pie, you know, or like a peach cobbler. I want those flavors over a pumpkin pie any day. It's something about like the denseness and the richness of it. It like, and it's not that I dislike cinnamon. It's just not there for me. I'm more of a pecan. Wait, do you say pecans or pecan? It's pecan, right? Hold on. I've never done this many polls in one day. I prefer to use pumpkin for savory foods. Hard agree. Wait, pumpkins in a soup? Oh yes. There's like vegetable miso soup that you can make and you put pumpkins in there after like removing the skin. Oh, it's so good. I feel like it needs to be super fresh for me. Artificial is so strong and invasive with spices. Yeah, exactly. I don't think I've ever had fresh pumpkin pie is the thing. But yeah, pumpkin should be salty. Ooh. Other big take of mine. This is my like Asian food take. Taro should be salty. Stop putting it in milk tea. Stop putting it in dessert. Taro should be salty. Taro goes with your braised meats on rice. Taro goes in your hot pot. Stop putting it in your milk tea. That's why it's kind of a hot take. But I'm glad to hear some people are also salty taro gang. Thank goodness. Oh, I love taro desserts. No shame if you like them. I'll be honest, there's only one dessert that gets away with being taro sweet for me. It's the like around like mooncake time, you know, mid-autumn. There are these really flaky taro cakes and it's like flaky on the outside, like a puff pastry almost, but softer. And then there's mochi and then some taro like paste. That gets a big green stamp of approval for me. However, taro milk tea is on thin ice. For me, I really despise like the very like pasty, powdery taste. Like I've tried taro milk tea before. I could never do it. And I don't know if it's because some places, I feel like even places that are like, we use fresh taro in our like taro milk tea. I can't do it. The sweet taro, it's like the same reason why I'm very adverse towards, or maybe not very adverse, but it's the same reason why I don't like anpan and like red bean paste. That's a more controversial take of mine. It's just too sweet for me. And like that sandy paste. I love taro milk tea. I love taro milk tea. Oh my gosh. The Star. You get a drink called like the Star. Wait, milk tea joint concept? Taro flavors. And then you would make like the tower like a drink, but then there's like spicy, there's like cumin or something at like the bottom. Okay, slay. Taro boba shop. Yes. Okay, I'm starting this poll because I really want to know how this nut is pronounced. Do you pronounce it as pecan or pecan? Invest in this idea, everyone. Would the star boba be using star fruit then? Yes, star fruit and then little star-shaped bobas. Oh my gosh. There's a bar like that actually? Oh, I bet there is. And I bet they read your tarot. They do like tarot readings. I would love that. I'm so glad that there is like a place that has brought this idea to life in some way. But you had a bad sweet tooth in high school? You know what's weird about high school? Or like middle school as well? I think I had a crazy sweet tooth in like middle school and high school. And then it like dropped off like a cliff. Like I suddenly started eating desserts and things and I was like, this is actually too sweet for me. And it like doesn't taste good anymore. Isn't that crazy? I think there was a point in time, in some class I had in maybe elementary school or middle school. I was a bit older though, so like it was probably, I think it was maybe middle school or something. But sometimes, did you guys ever have those things where like teachers would have like raffle tickets for like a fun event or something? and then there would just be like a little raffle, and they have like little treats or like a pencil or erasers or something that you could win. I think it was more common in elementary school, but there's like a little bit of it depending on your teacher. So I won like a tub of I think they're called, let me check. Yeah, Tootsie Rolls. I want a tub of Tootsie Rolls, and I think there's something you need to know about me. I hate Tootsie Rolls. I think they taste awful. It's something about the texture and like the fake chocolate. I used to not like chocolate ice cream. I've come around to chocolate ice cream now, but I think Tootsie Rolls taste really bad. Like the artificial chocolate and like the texture of them. But I want a tub of them, like the chocolate Tootsie Rolls. I'm sorry, nothing wrong if you like them. This has happened. This has happened twice with us already. You can like sweet taro. You could like your delicious sweet taro bread and your Tootsie Rolls. That doesn't change how I feel about you. I won't judge others, but it's just like my personal taste. I've never had the fruit Tootsie Rolls. But yeah, I want a tub of them, and I'm gonna be honest, there's a point in time there's no sweets in the house, and I ate the entire tub of chocolate Tootsie Rolls in one sitting. And I was like, wow, this tastes so bad, and then I ate another one, and I was like, oh man, it tastes so bad, but... And then I popped another one in my mouth. And I ate the entire tube of them in one sitting, and I was young, and it's like my Reese's Pieces story. I feel like I have to tell that story once a year. I can never forget my theater... I can never forget my Pitch Perfect 2 Reese's Pieces story, because I should remember that shame for the rest of my life. Yeah, image of Tootsie Rolls. My Reese's Pieces story. I think everyone deserves to know this. If you know Mintmai, I'm Reese's Pieces colored pretty much already. So you should know this about me. You know how at movie theaters things are perhaps not the price that you think they should be for like candies? I just realized I'm definitely Reese's Pieces color. Just like not as bright saturated. I've like pastel Reese's Pieces. What about Tootsie Pops? I like Tootsie Pops, but not the center. I still eat it though, because I don't want to waste it, just to have like the fruit lollipop on the outside. Reese's Pieces slap. To this day, I think it's like hard for me to eat too many of them. Like I've bought a bag here and there since, like a small pack. And if I eat them, I get transported back to like my great mistake. Cause you know theater candy, right? Pretty sure that I went... Wait, when did Pitch Perfect 2 come out? This is like more recent than I would like it to be. Oh, just kidding, it's like 10 years ago. Phew! Okay, so 10 years ago. You know how theaters, they have... Or I guess 10 years ago, they had these automatic candy dispensers. Listen, it wasn't a movie that I particularly wanted to watch. It was like I was going with friends. I was young. We were going to just watch Pitch Perfect 2 for fun. And I was like, wow, I really like Reese's Pieces. Like, I never get to have Reese's Pieces because I don't know about you guys. It's like my parents never got Western sweets, especially not like Western or American candy, unless it was Halloween. But yeah, at least to me, a pretty normal thing in theaters is like these. I mean, this is just like a random picture I could find, but you can see it just as a candy, cereal, coffee. But they had these like open dispensers. Maybe they don't have them anymore. I haven't been to the theater in a minute and I haven't like observed. But they used to just have like white paper bags, like small... Yeah, just like a regular medium to small sized white paper bag. that you could like dispense the candy into, and then they charge it based off of weight. So I saw a little thing of Reese's Pieces and I was like, yeah, I totally want a couple of those to like snack on. And I pull the lever and I'm like, awesome, this feels like a good amount. I like filled the bag like 3/4 of the way. Again, 10 years ago. So Sweet Tooth, Mintmai. And I go to check out and the guy, like the poor kid, I mean, I can say kid now, but like he was older than me at the time, but like this older, you know, individual working at the little concessions counter at the theater goes, okay, that'll be $60. That'll be $60 of Reese's Pieces. And I'm young and I'm like embarrassed out of my mind because my friends are already done getting the concessions and the popcorn that they want. So they're waiting for me to finish getting my like candy to go in. And I was like, it's $60. But again, I pretty much, I filled like one of those white paper bags, like 3/4 of the way. Like it had a little bit of heft to it. I'll pull up a picture of the paper bag too. Like, who am I kidding? Keep in mind, it's not like brown paper lunch bag size. It is smaller than that. But there's also the theater upcharge. Queen. I know. I have to remember this story until the day I die. It was like this, but like if I'm to put the bag to scale with the dispensers, it's like this. Okay. And I fill it 3/4 of the way, but it is like heavy. So it winds up being like a pound. And they're like, that'll be $60. And he looks at me and I don't have $60. 10 years ago, I don't even think I had like a credit card or a debit card. I had like cash, like in my pockets, you know? I had like a $20 bill and like maybe some 10s, like just like from around. And I was like, oh, because I'm holding this now. And do you know how embarrassing it is to like melt down in front of an employee? And I didn't melt down. I didn't cry. I felt like crying almost, but I was like, sorry. I don't think I meant to get that much. Like, can I put some back? And so the employee has to go and open the top of the dispenser so that I can pour back in Reese's Pieces. And so I go and I like pour it, and it's obviously really embarrassing because I'm like the last one in my whole group. And I pour some back in, but obviously I still want some Reese's Pieces because it's like really embarrassing if after that you pour it all back in and you're like, never mind. So I pour back in what I think is like quite a bit, and there's still some left in the bag. It was still a lot. P.S. It was still a lot of Reese's Pieces. And I go to check out and he's like, weighs it. Okay, that'll be $30. $30 was so... Okay. 10 years ago, I do not have that kind of income. $30 was like everything I had on me, but I was not going to ask a second time for this employee to walk back with me and open the lid for me to like pour back, like more back in. Like we were not going to keep doing this back and forth. So I was like, I will take this L and I will just like take this moment to my grave, and I will just learn from this. It's based off of the weight. How much a piece? It was based off of weight, so I don't know how much a piece, but like I definitely still had a lot of Reese's Pieces in that bag. Like it was heavy, like there was some weight in my hand even after pouring back half the bag. But he was like, yep, I poured back about half, so I guess it makes sense that it was $30, but still he was like, that'll be $30. And I tug around my pockets and I hand him the cash I have. And he gives me change, and I'm like, oh my god, I just spent $30 on like this like white paper bag of Reese's Pieces. And I remember watching the movie and sitting in there and like eating the Reese's Pieces, and I kept trying to distribute them to my friends so that I wasn't eating that many. But like Reese's Pieces, they're still like a really sweet and decadent little candy, so you can't just keep eating it forever. Like it feels feels very sweet. And so I ended up taking like all of it home, and I couldn't tell my parents. I could not tell my parents that I spent $30 on this much like candy that's bad for you. They don't even buy American candy. So I hid it under my bed. I folded and I like rolled the top of the paper bag, and like no one checks under my bed, and I like store stuff under my bed. So I found pretty much like I had a bed frame then. So like basically under my bed, but like closer to where my pillow is, I like put the paper bag there. It did not melt, thankfully. It lasted a while. But I remember for quite some time after that fateful day at the theater, I was eating the Reese's Pieces that were under my bed until I finished the bag. I mean, they were still good. Like, they didn't go bad. Like, nothing nasty happened to them, thank goodness. Because it's just like, they're covered in hard candy. And they didn't melt, but yeah. No ants. I like rolled it up pretty good. I like folded the top of the paper bag and I like scrunched it all the way down. And I think I had a lot of binder clips at the time too that I used for everything. So I like binder clipped it at the top. Like I was keeping it on lock, okay? And those were my secret under the bed Reese's Pieces. To this day, I kind of eat Reese's Pieces, and like after like 10 pieces I start feeling sick. And that's why. But no, I didn't put it under my pillow. It was just underneath my bed frame, but like under my head. So I like slept above. I slept above the Reese's Pieces. Hold on. I've got something. I've got an image for you. I've got a picture from you. I got a picture for you. Why is it so low resolution? Hello? I need like a higher resolution of this image. It's okay. This is as good as it's gonna get. Hold on. This story is... I think I have more than one story where I feel like I don't... In general, I honestly don't mind repeating stories on stream because there's always gonna be someone that hasn't heard it before. So it's just like when the moment is in time is right, like I could bring back like funny crush stories or like these stories of my of my young blunders. Yeah. I don't think those Reese's Pieces know that I still talk about them. Those Reese's Pieces were the monster under your bed. Yeah. Oh yeah. This meme, I just thought about it, you know? Do you still have some? No. These Reese's Pieces are from 10 years ago. It's one of the things that I like distinctly remember from 2015. Isn't that crazy? The fact that I can date it as 2015 because I watched Pitch Perfect 2 in theaters is quite funny though. Pitch Perfect 2 was not good. Just watch Pitch Perfect 1. Even Pitch Perfect 1 is like... It's like my guilty pleasure movie. Like, I don't know how... It's entertaining, you know? It's entertaining. Sure, it's predictable and cheesy, but like Pitch Perfect 1... Pitch Perfect 2 just didn't match up to it to me, but I liked it for separate reasons. I just didn't like that they kind of made Bella like... I don't know, I feel like they undid some of her character in Pitch Perfect 2. Pitch Perfect is like so bad it's good. No, it's so good. Are you kidding me? It's like... You know, I can't even bring myself to say that Pitch Perfect is like bad in any way. It's like I don't know how to explain it. Like, yes, maybe it's a bit... It's not a chick flick, but it's almost like trashy in the way that chick flicks might be. Not that I've seen a lot of those. But it's like the music? Why were the music mashups like really good? How come the Troublemakers finale song is like one of my favorite mashup songs to this day? You know? I've been living for the weekend, but no, not anymore. Cause here goes that familiar feeling that Friday's famous for. Like, why were they so good? Even the guy that was like really annoying, like on purpose, like when he was performing, it was like, you know, the song's a bop. But they did No Diggity. Yeah. Haven't seen it, I think. I feel like Pitch Perfect was one of those movies where it's like somehow so 2012, but it hasn't aged terribly. Haley Steinfeld by Queen. Oh, I love her. I do love her. My adversity towards Pitch Perfect 2 has nothing to do with her, but rather the fact that in Pitch Perfect 2, they basically like changed Bella to like make the plot work. And I was like, you're gonna take the main character from like your hit first movie and you're gonna suddenly make her like into the next, like, no, like we don't sing original songs. Like, what? She was the DJ with like the revolutionary like idea that everyone else was against, and then now she's the strict one. Like, I don't know. That's the one thing that irked me. Even 10 years ago, I knew. Oh, her name is Becca, not Bella. Sorry. I was thinking about Twilight because Sugi sent me a Twilight TikTok. And then in that moment, I admitted, I was like, is this a good time to mention that I've never seen anything related to Twilight. What are their names again? Like Edward and Jacob? No, she's supposed to be. It was a funny TikTok though. It was a funny TikTok. But yeah, I told her afterwards, I was like, I've never seen anything Twilight. I have not read Twilight. I've not interacted with any Twilight fandom related stuff. No fan fiction, no fan art. I haven't seen any of it. Haven't watched any part of the movies. All I've seen is that one clip of Edward acting like Bella stinks. Oh, did you read the books? No, I didn't. No Twilight media. Ever. And I somehow don't know how I avoided it all this time. Sorry, this is a little off topic, but back to talking about Haley Steinfeld. I'm not good with celebrity names. I always have to like look them up to like check their face. Good with faces, not good with names, especially when it comes to like pop stars and celebrities and stuff. But I do really like that she voices Gwen in Spider-Verse. I think she's a great voice for Gwen. I envy you, low-key. How so? Oh, just like not knowing anything about Twilight. I think it's also interesting that I know more about the Hunger Games. I know more about the Hunger Games, but I also like haven't watched like all the movies in full. She's also, oh, she's V in Arcane. Oh my gosh, it's been so long since I've seen Arcane stuff. Whoa. I didn't know that, or I didn't remember that. Now when I think about Hunger Games, I just think about the YouTube video, Hunger Games but better. I think that was like peak cinema. Twilight is my fire. Hold on tight, spider monkey. Ah. Another moment of congestion. Oh, feels better now though. I got it. Oh my gosh, Hunger Games were my bread and butter 10 years ago. Oh yeah. What's other, you know, what have you been doing while I've been sick? What have you been doing while I've been plagued? Like games? Any games, good games coming out, or like stuff to watch? I watched some of You and Me Are Polar Opposites for my fellow shoujo pilled folks. You and Me Are Polar Opposites. The first episode is free on YouTube, I think, on Crunchyroll's channel. It's so good. It's one of the ones where I was like interested in the manga, but I hadn't like read it yet, you know? Ah. You still love Hunger Games? Well, there's like still new stuff from Hunger Games coming out. And I hear good things about the stuff that's like coming out now. New Gundam movie soon? Ooh. Moment of congestion and my YouTube starts buffering. I think they can hear me. They know. Oh my gosh, Freyrit! Guys. I have a confession. I haven't finished watching Freyrin season 1. But give me a chance here. Give me a chance here. I was watching Freyrin and I was like, it's so peak. And I had to watch it like on the television in the living room, invite my housemate, you know, and just like, hey, I'm gonna watch Freyrin. Let's watch Freyrin on the TV. It's like we watched Dungeon Meshi too, but like, I want to watch it on the big screen, right? Instead of just like on my PC or something, or on like my tablet or phone. So I'm like almost done with Freyrin season 1, but I got really busy and it's one of those things where I was like, oh, I'll just like spread it out. Like I will spread out the rest of season 1 of Freyrin until season 2 comes out. And now season 2 is actually out and I'm like, I have 5 episodes left of season 1. I'm not mad about it though, because that means I waited like the perfect amount of time. I was like slowly savoring it, because honestly Freyrin is like its own work of art. Now you're behind. I don't think there should be such thing as being behind though, you know, when it comes to these things. Unless, let's say, there's like some kind of event happening, like a panel or like something cool where you would get spoilers if you hadn't watched it. But I think in general, feeling like you're behind on like media and stuff, there's too many things competing for our attention all the time, right? It's nice to just watch as you please. Yeah, exactly. I guess that's what I meant, right? Now more is available whenever you want. I like that feeling where it's like, I guess not rushed. Also, Maya, I saw you said you finished The Fragrant Flower Blooms with Dignity on Netflix and it was so cute. I don't know if you're a manga person, but like sometimes they have issues at the library. Or I know that they definitely have English books of The Fragrant Flower Blooms with Dignity in print. It's so good. It's so cozy. The Fragrant Flower Blooms with Dignity is like, everyone just communicates. And you might be like, oh, they're high schoolers, that's unrealistic. But like, it doesn't matter that it's unrealistic. It's just cozy. It's just to give you like sweet feeling. They're all growing as people and like talking to each other. And like the friend group as well. Like it's not only about the romance. It's just about like everyone and their growth and like shedding prejudices based off of things that you're told. I love the manga. It's so good. I love the anime too. It's so good. Also, all of the budget. I joke that all of the budget went into Waguri-san's eyelashes and her hair. They animated my girl so pretty. I'm like, oh my goodness. You know when you have I don't know about anyone else, but whenever there's a female protagonist that is very adorable, beautiful, and like the media like does her justice, I'm like, that is my daughter. Thank you. I really like the characters. Yeah, and Waguri-san, she's so sweet. I feel like she's really sweet and lovely, but she's also not one-dimensional, like, of a character. She could be kind of, I think, for people that are not as into, I guess, like things that are just like more sweet and like, what's the word, saccharine? You know, you just, I think the people that get it, you know? Like, she's not one-dimensional. She's really sweet and like adorable, obviously. But I think that she's just like such an admirable character. I love her. But yeah, I also really highly recommend You and I Are Polar Opposites. I think that one is like, I think the adaptation is 24 episodes. And I think I read somewhere that it's covering like the whole manga. So it's not gonna be one of those shoujos where you get like 12 episodes and like no second season. It's just like one season adaptation. Look at them! And I mean, I've barely gotten into watching it, but like it's so cute. I personally feel very, very represented by the main character, the pink-haired girl. She's like loud and she's I think her aesthetic, I don't know if she's meant to be gyaru necessarily. I don't know about that specifically, because I don't think I know enough about gyaru subculture. But like she like, you know, like puts on pretty makeup, girly, does up her hair and all of that, and like she's loud, social, but she also is like burdened by caring a lot about what other people think. I think that's like part of her. So it's like she's extroverted, has lots of friends, but she's always like, she's not good at expressing like her true feelings. And I feel like I feel so weirdly like represented by her. I do love gyaru characters as well. I think there's more examples of romances with like a gyaru character now than before. And I'm glad. I really like the variety. But anyways, she basically has this like huge fat crush on her seat, on the guy that sits in the seat next to her. But honestly, the pacing, you'll be able to tell from episode 1. Like the pacing goes pretty quickly because it's rom-com and like stuff happens a little faster because it's like 24 episodes for everything, I think. That's my current recommendation. Let me see. Yeah, there's 8 volumes. Yeah, I think the anime adaptation is just gonna be like 24 episodes. I saw clips of it. It's so sweet. I really like the characters. And the quiet, like nerdy, I guess, guy. He's not even like, I feel like he has his own personality and character I really like. I think they go over this in the first episode, so it's not really a spoiler or anything, but like she basically really admires that he doesn't care what other people think of him. Like he's quiet, he's stoic, he kind of responds to people in one-word answers, but he treats everyone the exact same because he just doesn't care like how he's perceived by other people, and she thinks that's super cool, and I'm like, oh, that's so cute. Like it's not that it's not just that he's like quiet and mysterious. I don't know. I thought that was excellent. Okay, about games. I saw people mentioning games. What do we have? Zenless Zone Zero. That's right. Hehe. Yeah, you did tell me about Zenless Zone Zero. How I should play it sometime. Maybe not this coming week, but the week after, because there's the update. Because I want the Angels of Delusion to like be my team. I just want like the 3 of them. But I definitely don't have the gacha currency for them. Oh my gosh. Let me see. Do I have Zenless Zone Zero like on my computer? I've been binging Hytale streams, so fun. Yes, Hytale is something I'm curious about. Hytale is something I'm so curious about. Oh, and sorry, I'm not. That's not a real cough. That's a fake cough. It's because I was looking up pictures of beautiful women. Arknight's Endfield. I don't know if anyone's played Arknight's Endfield. But I've like heard stuff about that. Oh, I accidentally launched Fall Guys. Let me just end task. I opened up Epic Games because I didn't remember if I had Zenless Zone Zero in there or not. Oh no, I think Zenless Zone Zero is on like its own app, like Hoyo Play or something. I don't know anymore. It's been so long. Oh yeah. It's on Hoyo Play. Oh my gosh. Who's like this beautiful woman? I know Kyle was playing it like mad crazy. Oh yeah, I know Kyle loves Arknights. I also love Arknights. Also, this poll. More of you say it as pecan than pecan? I'm with the 48% here. It's pecan. It's pronounced pecan. Not pecan. I think. Maybe it depends on where you're from, though. You know how some people call, like, soda, like, pop? The American pronunciation...
Pecan.
Yeah, the American pronunciation is technically pecan. Pecan or pecanot? That's the question. I say it pecan because pecan is Polish. I didn't know that. I just say it pecan because I think that's just how it sounds to me, like in my head. I say both, same as apricot and apricot. I think I say apricot. I say soda pop. You're all that I think of. Every drop I drink up. You're my soda pop. I'm not gonna lie. I think it's a catchy song, and it's like they nailed the sort of earwormy bubblegum pop. It's my least favorite song from K-pop Demon Hunters, only because every single other song is better, in my opinion. Like Free, This Is What It Sounds Like, Golden, Takedown, like how it's done. Like every other song in K-pop Demon Hunters sounds better to me than Soda Pop. But Soda Pop was like perfect for exactly what they were trying to convey. Speaking of boy groups, I saw some of my friends going like, oh my gosh, like not friends I've spoken to. Actually, I feel like friends that really liked K-pop, like back in the day, they're like my friends from high school. So I see them on their Instagram stories being like, BTS tour. So yeah, apparently BTS is doing like a tour. Like they're all back together. So I'm sure some of the oops are very excited about that. 100% perfect what it was made for. I feel like Soda Pop brought me back to like 2017 or something. You know, when was GOT7 singing like I do nice? Like when were they doing that? 2015. Oh, that song's older than I. GOT7 is older than I remember. Oh. I was always more of a girl group stan though. Sorry. That's kind of always been me for life. Reminded me of Astro. Astro is new. I'm sorry. I was introduced to K-pop in 2008 when I was small mintmai. Or maybe not 2008 exactly. But my first K-pop song was Nobody by Wonder Girls. I want nobody but you. And so I marked that as like the start of me liking K-pop 2008 because my aunt liked Wonder Girls, showed it to me and my sister, and we were like all over Nobody by Wonder Girls. And then Girls' Generation came out and we were like SNSD fans, like really big SNSD fans. And then I stopped liking K-pop, and in 2015, 16, 17, it like exploded again. Although I don't think I was ever like a hardcore stan, except for SNSD, but for the most part, like I wouldn't fight for concert tickets for pretty much any K-pop event. But I do like it. Like I admire the work that goes into it, obviously. But it's very different. It's a very different aesthetic and like style, you know, from J-pop idols as well. I was also more of a girl group fan. I just like SNSD, and then I really liked IOI, and then they disbanded because it's all these like temporary groups. I liked IZ*ONE like maybe the most out of any girl group, and then they disbanded, and like, oh, it's fine. It's fine. I still see the members around, but you know that how it's not like the same. Like some of them are just doing acting now, and the music isn't coming out and like having the IZ*ONE sound anymore. You have SNSD US release of The Voice. The Voice. Yep. The only thing I know about BTS is their fans are notorious on social media. I think that that's like a double-edged sword, because I feel like you could say for any group, like, all I know about the group is how their fandom reflects them, right? But I think with any group, it's kind of like, it's tough. As long as they're famous enough, you're gonna have so many fans to the point where, you know, there's gonna just be a really big mix of stuff, right? My first K-pop song I remember was HOT. Oh my gosh, 1997. Okay, that was before my time in K-pop. What was another girl group I really liked? I honestly wasn't like into K-pop again for a long time. I feel like my friends got into BTS when they were blowing up, but honestly, from BTS, like my favorite song of theirs, like my favorite individual song is just Spring Day. Like I think that's a very, very pretty song. Like I think it's a very pretty song with very beautiful lyrics. And then I don't really know anything else about them though. I know some of them have solo careers, and it's, you know, I have friends that are like much bigger fans of BTS than me, but yeah. Have you listened to Vivis? Yeah, isn't Vivis like aren't they like the 3 members from G-Friend that decided to like be together as like a 3-girl group? Yeah, they're cool. I don't really listen to, I think I just listen to the music, but I don't really follow, I don't follow stuff like the new like debuts as much anymore. But yeah, I remember G-Friend. I like danced to a G-Friend song on stage before for like a school event. Yeah. Ooh, I also like Sunmi. I have the Spring Day album still. I don't know, but I remember Crayon Pop. A lot of these are just like bringing back like waves of nostalgia. I feel like I don't even talk about that much K-pop though, because I feel like I'm not good to represent K-pop fans. I don't know what's going on these days with K-pop. Probably a lot. Probably too much. Too much all the time. That's just how entertainment is though. There's always like a lot. It's a good thing though. So fans have a lot of stuff. Orange Caramel. Oh my gosh. I remember them because of their like revolutionary music video where they were like fish, like shrink wrapped. They were like the mermaids like in the shrink wrapped. I remember that was like the iconic music video. Like they were dressed as mermaids and they were like in the fish market packaging, like shrink wrap. That's all I can remember about Orange Caramel, unfortunately. But that was like a pretty, that was very slay. Your jam? Yes, Kentella? I think that was the name of the song with the mermaids. Catalina. Yes, Catalina, there it is. That's the song. I don't know why suddenly my voice became so nasal. Catanella. I don't know. I feel like there's just, at one point, there's just like new idol groups every single day. I feel like I just kind of find groups that have the sort of aesthetic I'm looking for, and I sort of just like stick to those groups. Like ever since I was recommended Wasta, which they're a J-pop group, but I wouldn't say they're not like IZ*ONE, and I don't typically want to like sort of parallel comparing groups like that, obviously, but I think Wasta music like has a sound that I really like, and they're a J-pop group, and so I feel like, I think me personally, with the passage of time too, and with what I'm doing now, and like my idol, like things I want to do, you know, dances and things like that, I just really like, I realized I just really like bouncy, like J-pop idol choreography. And I also like that it's still more, I think, this is me just sounding like back in my day. I feel like, because the standard of perfectionism is so strong for a lot of idols, barely any of them sing live in K-pop. And I think it's like a mixed, I feel like there's mixed reviews there, because on one hand I'm like, dude, I feel really bad because like people have so many expectations placed on them if they pursue like an idol path, right? But then it's like, not only do you have to look good like every single second because people are spamming photos, you also have to do the choreography to like 110% every single time when you're promoting, which must be really, really tiring, right? And I think you should always give your 100% on stage, like especially if you love what you're doing, right, as an idol. But I feel like unfortunately, I feel like when you're on stage and when you're like in the camera lens, right, like you don't really get, you know, the face card doesn't get a day off. And I think it's difficult. Like, it's, as someone that was a fan before when things were like a lot simpler, but still just really like idols like as a whole now, I think it's tough. It's competitive, and it's a pretty, you know, the industry is a real ringer in many ways. And you can say that about like pretty much any avenue of entertainment, right? But yeah, for those of us that like idols, like we see how it is. But I understand why they don't sing live anymore, because the choreography's gotten like super fancy. But for me, I think when I'm at a concert, I like really like hearing them sing live. I've been to a super small venue K-pop concert before for a group that like wasn't very popular at the time. I think they like, it was a long time ago, but like they grew a bit, but still not much. But they had like a very, very small venue performance once that I went to with my friend, and they sang live because like that venue was like so small. I feel like I could, it almost felt like they were as close to me as I was close to like the stage in my school gymnasium. Whoa, I don't know why I said gymnasium. Gymnasium sounds so like fancy. But I was like, I could like hold up my hand, and like the idol was like as tall as my finger. And if you've ever been to a concert, you know that that's pretty dang close, right? I feel like I was in like the 10th row or something. Like I was close to the idols, and it was like super awesome because obviously as a girl group, they're like all super hardworking and gorgeous, obviously very good at dancing. But they were singing live. Like they had their vocals on the backing track too, but they were also like singing over like the official audio. And I think I really like that personally when I go to a concert. I want to hear, like, it's fine if your voice cracks and you mess up, but to me, oh my gosh, suddenly I got so congested. To me, I think it's so cool. I really, really like hearing, like the raw sound of like your vocals live. I've been to super small groups and right against the stage. Oh, that's so much fun. I haven't been to like a concert where I've been that close to the performers, I don't think. Never. But I do think one day I want to go to some kind of like idol concert where I can be a little bit closer, or like smaller venue. But I think I need to figure out the language barrier first. Excuse me, burp. I'm talking so much today, finally, again, that there's like air. I'm swallowing too much air. I have to relearn how to talk. I gotta take a sip of my tea. Oh my goodness. I love when I see like fan cams and stuff of people being like, this idol is like trying to like lure me in, you know? They look at you specifically and then they like point at you specifically. Hold on. I got this. So glad you're back. Me too. I'll take it easy on my voice though, so sometimes if stream's like a little shorter. Oh my gosh, I've already been here for 3 hours. Good job, Mintmai. I've just straight yapped. I've straight up yapped with you for like 3 hours. But yeah, you get fan cams and then the idols like looking at you like this and they're like, you know, like they're totally getting you. And you're like, wow, it's totally working on me. That happened to me recently. That happened to me super recently in Landphilia's stream. I even tweeted about it because I was so taken aback. Because I'm like, lad, we're friends and I love you and I think you're beautiful. I think you're so beautiful. But I also think you're like a little too beautiful for me, you know? Problematic face card gap friendship. Like, I think Lad has insane face card, right? Oh gosh, she's live right now. Good, that means she can't possibly be watching this. Don't report me. Don't report me. If you just want to watch her stream, you may, but you can't report me. Don't mention me in the other streamers' chats. Unless they bring me up. But yeah, me and Lad, problematic face card gap, because like, I don't know, Lad is like, her voice, you know how Lad, like, she talks softly and like she has like a beautiful exasperates myself. She has like she's beautiful. She's got like beautiful eyelashes that you like stare at. Me with all of my friends, honestly, I'm like, oh, you're so beautiful. You're so beautiful. Reporting my YouTube channel. Hey! I'm just linking her karaoke there because this is the karaoke stream that I was watching, and then like I was like doing some work on the side, but like I pulled up the stream at one point and I was like, oh yay, like she's singing so pretty. Like at some point, like halfway through the stream, she's singing Lover Girl by Leve. So I said to chat, you know, like as you do, right? Your buddy stream. Said to chat, and then bam, she starts singing my name in the lyrics instead. You know, she'll be like, oh gosh, I'm suddenly forgetting the lyrics to Lover Girl. I'm being all flustered just thinking about it. But she'll be like, you know, oh, what a curse it is to be your lover girl. And she'd be like, mintmai. And I was like, points at myself, starts sputtering. But like I found my face getting hot because I'm like, there's this beautiful woman on my screen and she's just so beautiful and like soft spoken, and she's like singing and her voice kind of like has a whisper, and I'm like, oh, I'm dying. I'm okay, maybe that's why I got sick. That was like just before I got sick, when I was like locking in and everything. She's so beautiful, and then she shows her food. That's the thing. She's so beautiful, and like, how can a woman so beautiful eat in such like a cursed manner? How can a woman so beautiful eat in such a cursed manner? Like, I don't know if you guys have seen her Twitter before. She'll be like, want to see my dinner? And like, I literally have this photo. It's nothing but lettuce on like 2 pieces of that looks like pork belly or something. But that lettuce is like unseasoned, just like raw leaves. I need to find a better example. Like, she eats Kit Kats, like biting into them. Oh yeah, this. This one, Avi even replied to him, but replied and said, what am I looking at? And Lad said, salted egg toast explosion with butter. This is Lad's photo. So like, the most beautiful woman you know is like cooking this in her kitchen. the most beautiful woman you know is making this in her kitchen. And just egg toast explosion. That's what she said. Like, that's literally what she said. Sorry. I did not actually mean that to say that as like a haha, that's what she said, egg toast explosion. I meant that as a quoting her. You guys get it. This is Lad eating an orange. This is Lad filling a tangent because like, what? She also has this other thing where it's like my snack right now, and it's like pickles and mangoes. Like, I'm just scrolling down her media tab. Lad's media tab is like a gorgeous woman, suspicious looking sandwich. Gorgeous woman. Very, very strange looking food. Like, how is this possible? How is this possible. 100%. Yeah, you scroll down her media tab, you will get the whiplash. You know? Cause let me find, I guess I don't know if I need to find like another photo. Actually, I found another photo. These are actually quite close next to each other, so it's like, it's even relevant. I love you, lad, if you see this, if someone rats me out, like eventually. Hopefully not during your stream, but you know. This is lad. This is lad's apple, captioned bone apple teeth. And it's sliced like this. And then like 3 photos later, it's this. so like hello? Listen, I don't know what kind of marketing this is, but like it's working on me. It's really working on me. You know? Like, oh yeah. Oh yes. Also, speaking of which, I need to find like Lad's donation link. Her dono link? I can't say dono without it feeling weird with my with my like congestion. With my very slight nasal congestion, saying dono sound, it like feels physically weird. Oh my gosh. Okay. It's because I messaged Lan and I was like, hello Lan. I would really love to like actually use this beautiful like fan logo by you. I would love to use this for like future stuff, for store stuff. And I was like, let me pay you for the rights. You know how that works, right? Artist make thing and then business, or you know, individual in my case, even if I'm indie. It's like if I'm gonna use it for something that is like very clearly like for my store, I'm like, well then I wanna pay you. You know, it's such a cute logo. If you guys noticed, I put it on the starting soon screen because I really liked having it in the corner there. But yeah, adorable logo. So I was like, lad, please let me, like my little grabby hands were out in the DMs and I was like, please let me like pay you for a logo, because you know you commission a logo and like with usage rights and everything. I mean, it depends on the artist, but oftentimes it'll, you know, I think typically like $100 is a very solid start, especially for indies. I feel like for a brand or something, you should actually, artists, you should probably charge much more for a logo, for like a full-on, you know, brand, like not just small businesses or like VTubers, or like smaller VTubers. I think it fluctuates because it's just like, you know, depending on the brand, the use of the logo is gonna vary greatly. But yeah, Lan did such a good job with this fan logo, and I can't believe that she just made this, and it's adorable and it's perfect, and like I want it. so I was like, yeah, can I like buy this? Can I buy this? You know, with like use rights? And Lad responds exactly like this, like no caps, no buy, just use. And I was like, don't even play with me right now. Yeah, especially, I don't know. I really want to make sure that, that especially if I want to use it for like merch stuff and like slap it on my business card. I want to slap it on the back of my business card with like the website link. And I'm like, that is the most commercial use it can get. Like, that's not even just like, I'm not just showing it on stream to show it on stream. Like, I want that to be part of the store official. So don't you dare tell me just to use it. I was like, lad, you sweet angel. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like I'll just surprise her sometime anyways. I was like, okay, you have a Stream Elements link. I pulled open the tab. I pulled open the tab. I don't want to do it right now because she's streaming. I don't want to distract from her. I think she's doing like RP stuff. Or at least she was the other day when I was lurking about. But yeah, I'm not gonna warn her anything. I'm just gonna do it like after she ends stream and after I end stream. I just have the tab open because I'm like, at least let me send you an akasupa if I'm gonna use this gorgeous logo that you made, like for my brand, you know? Speaking of my brand, excellent segue, Mintmai. Pats myself on the back. Speaking of my brand, I think I mentioned this briefly before. I was out and sick and then I wasn't able to do stuff for a little while, but I would like to make a more formal announcement about picking a date to close the store. I think it'll be perfect. Like, I'll close the store at some point before I'm traveling, like in March. So I'm thinking like end of February. Mintmai.com is gonna close to like go under construction. And at that point, like to that note, I would say no pressure or anything, but it's more like I don't want to guarantee that some stuff will be like re-released if I run out of stock kind of thing. So if there's anything specifically that you were like, I really always wanted this from mintmai.com, getting it before the store closure is a good idea. Just because in the future, I think a very big thing for me was the fact that I had to juggle a lot of... I wanted to juggle store stuff really badly, along with juggling, like, actually, like, making content, right? And I think that in 2026, like, this year, I just want to focus on myself and, like, making good content for you guys. Not just stuff that you could buy in a store. Like, I just want to make stuff that you guys can watch and enjoy. And there's a lot of those things that also take time. And so I feel like if I'm able to organize stuff in a way where it's like, oh, like for a special occasion, if there's like a store launch, we just do like a 2-week pre-order period, or like maybe even a month pre-order period. But then that just like, it would work. It would make my life like actually 10 times easier when it comes to managing a small business if I just make it like boutique style. Like, boom, here is a launch, pre-order it, I will get that exact quantity of stuff, and then perfect. Like 10 flower friends order something, awesome, I get 10. Or like I get 11, so I keep one personally. Sometimes 12 to account for like B-stock or like scratches or damage. But I think that my closet oftentimes just having like merch like cycling in stock, that's the hard part. Having merch that's constantly in air quotes like in stock is like really, really, really hard for one person to manage, especially when typically I mean typically this is just like normal for I think small businesses anyways. Like usually your store only gets any action when you launch something anyways, like something new. So instead of spreading myself really thin, making sure that the store is like 24/7 available, I would rather just do like open or like have pre-orders for set window of time and then close store. Because I saw some small art businesses I really like, they do that. And all they do is like they have announcements or like an email list for when they like reopen. And I was like, that's so smart. Because then all your organization and like your packing, like when you're packing your orders and everything, you could just do it all at once instead of checking it like every week or every day to be like, oh, I have a new order. Ah, that thing's out of stock. Now I need to go get that thing from the manufacturer and they ship it over. And if there's errors, then it goes back and forth. So it's for me, but it's also for you guys. I think I want to give everyone a better experience, you know? And I won't bore you guys with all kinds of logistics, but I am very passionate, as always, about merchandise. But I also don't want to just like throw everything at the wall, if that makes sense. I'm not trying to like pump out tons of merch like every year. And I don't think I ever released like tons of merch, but I definitely release more merch than I think independent VTubers do. And I don't work with anyone. Like, no one else manages my stuff. There's no company or anything that, like, manages my merch production. Like, I don't have a collaboration like that. because I think I like to have the full control over design to production. But yeah. Oh, sorry, give me 1 second. I had to blow my nose. I suddenly felt I suddenly felt it. Bold of you to assume I check my email. I do. Oh yeah. Ah. But I don't know. There's a lot of stuff that I'm excited for this year, actually. And being back today is just like the start of something really, really fun. Let's see. Thank you guys. I feel like that was like a solid amount of yapping. Thank you guys so much for being here today again. Hold on, let me drop my Twitter link. And I will also drop my store link. And I will also and watch me as I do this magic trip and drop another link. I'm gonna just share my Ko-fi link. And there's also like tip pages and stuff like that in the description on YouTube. Thank you guys always so much for your support. You guys are the reason why I can do all of this really fun stuff. So I'm looking forward to, I don't know, I'm looking forward to sharing this year with you guys. Doing fun things, taking care of myself, just like, I really want to just live, I guess, a bit of a cleaner life too, where like, I mentioned before, my room, I deep clean it and then it immediately gets messy again. So I'm kind of banning myself from like buying anything until everything I've already bought, like, or has been gifted, like has a proper home. So I think that's gonna be good. A full year of Mintmai on YouTube. Yeah, it's my first year like starting on YouTube. Last year around this time, I had just started multi-streaming. And at that time, I didn't know that YouTube would end up being the home for me, honestly. I think sometimes it can feel almost like a bit of a teeny bit of a lonely island, only because when I used to stream on Twitch, I would open Twitch to start setting up my own stream, like maybe half an hour before. And in that half an hour, like I would see like my friends streaming on Twitch and I could just like easily tab them open and like lurk while I set up my own stream. And it's not that I can't do that now, it's just the instinct to open Twitch, or like honestly partly the desire to, is lower. However, I obviously still love and miss all my friends on Twitch, but I think it's really sweet that they like you guys come into my YouTube chat. You see them. People came and welcomed me home. Thank you. I really, even if I'm not reading like them all out loud, I see all of your chat messages with my omnipresent eyes. Sometimes I miss things, but I actually read very fast. Like I can process it. I see you. Don't think you could get away. Don't think you could get away with things. But I had a really great day, guys. I had a really wonderful time. I'm so happy. Let's see. I'm gonna use the YouTube redirect. I'm gonna use the YouTube redirect to redirect you guys into the waiting room for tomorrow, actually. Just because I don't have a whatchamacallit. I don't have a schedule up for this week, but I'll put up the waiting room links and everything. Ah, Chris in a box. Thank you so much for the 5 memberships. Thank you. Oh my gosh, look at her. Ah, oh my goodness. I was busy yapping and everything. I really wanted to bring up the artist, of course, and show you guys. Thank you guys for always keeping me distracted. It's honestly really fun. But here, I'll link the artist. The artist is already credited like on my credits doc, but like look at these other really cute animations they made me. There's like one of me sleeping and stuff, and I'll be able to like use them in like videos and stuff. So pretty cool, right? Yeah, this is all by Oniku. Oniku. I'm sorry. Anything with like the N and M sound today is just harder for me. It's just a little bit harder for me. But yeah, I talked about getting this commissioned a while back because I was looking into having just like really cute, subtle alerts. So exciting stuff. Let me see. I'm going to make tomorrow's waiting room like right now. Drum roll, drum roll. Welcome back, man. Thank you for the welcome backs. I felt so cozy today. And I know I have been home for a while, but I think I put it, you know, in the thumbnail. I put it in the thumbnail to just like, I put I'm home because I'm like, you know, I'm like back at the bakery. It's different. It's different, you know? Hold on, let me grab, I have to grab artist Twitter. Artist Twitter, give me grabby hands. I must link. Thank you guys for always being so wonderful to each other and me, and for waiting so patiently. Okaeri! Ah, tadaima. Tadaima. Let's see. I know we already talked a lot about, I think, what I'm thinking about for 2026, but tomorrow will be the time where we could like lay it all bare. We could really talk about it, and I want you guys to tell me a little bit about like your goals or resolutions for this year too, because then we can cheer each other on and like hold each other accountable, you know? You're not alone. Okay. Okay, let's see. My 20s, I don't even know if I want to call them resolutions. For me, I call them goals because it doesn't really feel like necessarily. Some of them are fixing old habits, but some of them are things I genuinely just like want to do, you know? I always struggle to like write a stream title. You guys should start coming up with clickbait stream titles for me instead. I don't think of titles as like clickbait, but sometimes on YouTube, I'm like, well, what if I just want to yap with chat? Like, what do I even call it? Make it to 2027 is my goal, and you will make it to 2027. I don't know what I want actually. That's okay too. You don't have to have a list of things in January. You could like wait until April or May or June, and just like the moment you feel like you want to do something, that's the moment where you can like start taking the first steps, I feel. I feel like you can be patient with yourself, but also I guess for me, whenever I realize that I like want to do something for myself, I don't want to simmer on it for too long. Like I should just start, even if I like stumble along the way. I should just like start trying to build the habit. 2026 world domination by this Baker VTuber? Let's see. That's pretty good. I want to use 2026 for more self-growth. Me too. Yeah, I feel like self-growth, it can be such like a buzzword sometimes that's like all-encompassing. Like obviously, you know, want to be healthy, want to build good habits, but sometimes it's like, what do those things really mean for the individual, I guess. But I feel like even planting in your brain like the idea, like I want to grow next year, like that's like the seed, you know? That is the seed that you could then sow. Pronunciation moment. The seed that you can sow. Is the Muppet Show coming back? I did not know about the Muppet Show revival. That's fun. I don't think I watch the Muppets very much, but I do think that Muppets are like an important piece of media, you know? I think that we should always have like puppets. Let's see. Not another poll, please. I won't do another poll for you guys today. Sock puppets, glove puppets. Aren't sock puppets technically gloves because you wear them on your hands? It's coming back. I feel like I watched Sesame Street such a long time ago. I do think it's an iconic show. Okay, let's see. Let's see. Can we do a poll about doing another poll? Beanie puppets? Beanie puppets? Like a puppet with a beanie? Or like actually like a puppet that's made out of a beanie? How do you wear that? Would it still go on your head? Poll. For what? What would we poll? What would we poll? Da-da-da-da-da. Let's see. Oops. Na-na-na-na. I'm just gonna keep it super simple. I feel like every time I've tried to type something I hope I don't spell this wrong. Resolutions. Okay. I feel like every time I try to like come up with a name or something or a caption on stream, never works. I always spend too long thinking about it if I'm sitting here with you guys because not that I'm pressured, but I do think I do think I'm like, I'm in front of everyone right now. I have to like decide and it needs to not sound really weird. It's okay. You know, another 2026 resolution for me? It's just think less. Think less, but also think more. And then everyone facepalmed. Mintmai, what on earth do you mean by that? But yeah, I do want to think less because I think too much and then it stops me from doing things. Like it actually freezes me and then I'm not doing what I told myself I wanted to do for myself for like, it's like holding me back. I'm being held back by none other like than my own brain sometimes. Yeah, it's just like, I feel like sometimes you just have to move. You just gotta dance without thinking about if people are watching or not. Just gotta wiggle around, you know, free yourself a little. So I do think that I'll be like, I do think that I'll like kind of how would I put it? It's like as soon as I start overthinking, I want to be able to be like, no, you're thinking too much, just do it. Like, you know? I even think that I think too much, like even for things as simple as like tweets. Like honestly, I think way less about them than before. I used to be more like, I used to not post any tweets or like almost barely any tweets without images, because like I guess as an artist too, I'm like, oh, I don't need to tweet anything if there isn't a photo attached to it. But I was like, no, sometimes I just want to say stuff to you. Sometimes I just want to bother you, and that's fine. Let me bother you. Thanks in advance. Peace sign. No needs to think, just stare at a jar of fig jam. No, that'll make me think too much. Oh my gosh, don't even. I feel like the problem is like, I will talk about how much I love and enjoyed and adore VCraft from inside and outside, right? Like inside and out, absolutely love it. If I start looking at figs a little too hard, tears will like well in my eyes. Because how could something be so peak? But you know, I'll leave that for another time. Okay, I think, yes, we've got the waiting room all set up and everything. You guys got a little extra time with me, just as I dilly-dallied. Thank you, YouTube, for fixing your UI. I can't believe I'm saying that. YouTube fixed some of their UI so that I could finally redirect more easily. Again, because for like a short period of time, the button was gone, and I was like, oh, I can't redirect stream. But anyways, it's back, which is awesome. I can relate, but for me, I comment in my head and then forget to actually do it. Wait, I do that too. In my head, I'm like, oh, this is like my gut reaction to this post. It's like my friend posts something and I'm like, this is such a banger. I have like a gut reaction response to this. And then I don't type it and send it. Or I type it, something distracts me. I'm easily distracted. Something distracts me and I like put my phone down or like close out of Twitter. And then when I reopen Twitter, the comment is still there and I haven't sent it, but then a few hours have passed. So it's like the moment's gone. Like I can't send it now or else that's weird. And also, not to be weird and nitpicky because like no one cares, but I think too much and this will prove it. It's like I liked the post hours ago. So I feel really awkward if I comment now because I will have appeared in Oomp's mentions like 5 hours ago when they posted it. And then I comment now. I don't want to make it look like I was thinking about my comment for 5 hours. It doesn't take me 5 hours to think of a joke, I swear. I don't need 5 hours to think of a witty post. I swear. Just because I quote tweet it like 8 hours after it's been posted doesn't mean that I was ruminating on it all that time. It's just when I happened to post it. I know, I'm joking that I think too much, but I'm pretty sure I'm not the only one that overthinks like that. I always go, I should bookmark this and reply and like later. I do that too. And you know what? I don't like it and reply later. I forget. It just ends up living in my head. And then when I go through my bookmarks, because I'm actually one of the few people that looks through my Twitter bookmarks because I like bookmark art and stuff that I like. I rarely do it, but sometimes I go through my bookmarks and then I'm like, oh my gosh, I bookmarked this because I like wanted to interact with it later. I wanted to interact with it later. No. You know, sometimes I see posts and I book like fan art, like really adorable fan art, and I bookmark it without liking it because I don't want to like it and forget to comment, because then it'll be seen that I liked the fan art, but then I didn't say anything. And I have a problem, and I started my own tradition of like commenting on every piece of fan art ever, right? And I'm like, I obviously can't miss one, because to me it matters so much that you've spent like your precious time literally making anything just to make me smile and to make other flower friends smile. Like that's so beautiful, and I think art is so beautiful, and like the world needs more art. So obviously I'm already going on a whole spiel about it, but like fan art is a super precious, you know, super precious love letter. And so I'm like, I want to respond to all of it. So I have to bookmark it, and then I need to remember to like and comment and like retweet and all of that like later. So forgive me if you ever see like one bookmark on your post sometimes and you don't know who that is. Like it could be me. Like I might be one of the bookmarks because I am reminding myself to like and comment on it later. It's like I swear I'm funny in my head. No, that too. Exactly that. Okay. I'm so normal. I'm so very normal. Let's see. Thank you guys so much for coming again today. It means a lot to me, honestly, that we get to spend this time together, and that you guys all wanted to welcome me back so warmly. Tomorrow, yippee, look at this beautiful thumbnail I made. No credits to me though. The beautiful artwork is by Ms. And that's what makes the thumbnail. So yeah, thank you so much for the gorgeous, gorgeous fan art, Ms. I saw it and I was like, I want to do a New Year's stream. This is perfect. But yeah, this will be, you know, I'll just redirect you guys into the waiting room. However, I do want to like, if you wouldn't mind, I want to like omakase, omakase style link like a Twitch stream today. Just because, you know, my friends that only stream on Twitch, I can't redirect to them on YouTube because they don't multi-stream, which makes sense because multi-streaming is a lot of work. So this stream will redirect into the waiting room for tomorrow, so you can turn notifications on if you want. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Don't forget to hit that notification bell. Dang. But am I doing this right? Day 10 of being a YouTuber. But yeah, it'll redirect you into tomorrow's stream, which is in like just a bit over 20 hours from now, or like around 20 hours from now. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. I'll rest my voice, I'll rest up, do things I gotta do. But I hope you guys have a lovely rest of your weekend. But for a stream, yeah, for the next stream, I may recommend you to watch my lovely friend Arisa. Let's see. We can send a raid message here. You can just go like flower friend raid or mintmai raid with cute emojis, whatever combo you'd like. But yeah, let's manually raid into Arisa's chat. I will be there right after this stream ends, or honestly just like as we're on the ending screen here, I will be over there. That being said, thank you guys so much. Thank you, and Vodcake, thank you. You guys are awesome too. Mwah! Thank you for watching my welcome back stream. Even if you feel like this isn't live, it is now. I am existing in the future. As you are seeing this, as this video reaches me, it means that I'm presently in your wall. Thank you guys so much. I give you guys a ton. Flower friend love. You guys are actually, you know, you are a wonderful, beautiful soul. So take care of yourself and treat yourself like, you know, the queen, king, monarch you are. And please have a really lovely rest of your morning, afternoon, evening, midnight for the night owls. Or like, I don't know if it's 3 a.m. for everyone. Go sleep. Mintmai rocket is blasting off again. I'll see you guys tomorrow, and we'll just like, literally tomorrow, we'll just yap a ton more. Okay, I'm taking you guys with me. See you later. Ooh, this is Mintmai's voice that speaks to you from the end screen. Whoa. So rare. Oh my gosh. I just wanted to show you one thing on this screen. I did kind of pre-plan this. I was like, ah, this is cute. I want to show chat this. Hee. But yeah, stick around to raid into the waiting room, and then let's go hop on to Miss Arisa's on Twitch and just say hi. Look at this! The adorable animation by Oniku, it like matches. I don't think that was intentional. But like, do you see this? Oh my gosh! It's so cute. Okay. I gotta like tuck her in over there together. Cause then she's like also on the pillow. Alright guys. I almost said goodnight guys. That's for a different stream. Maybe we could try that sometime. A goodnight stream. Thank you guys so much again. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye bye. Ochu. Da do 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 do. Do 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 do.